Well, good evening from KMTV Liberia. This is the closing argument. We are live on Hot FM 107.9 in Morovia. We are also live on Puma FM 106.3 in Bomi County and a host of other radio stations relaying this special edition of the program tonight. Well, as you may be aware, the political leader of the Liberty Party today endorsed the presidential bid of Ambassador Jose Yuma Boyka in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, and the collaborating political party, that is the CPP, also held their convention in Gompa City, Nima County. So we're going to be discussing tonight and bringing on as our guest is the chairman of the CPP, Musa Hassan Bility, who's going to be here tonight as our prime guest. But let's now join the crew in the US to begin the show. Good evening, Dr. Henrik Peabody, and welcome to the closing argument.
Ayuba on this special Mother's Day edition of the Closing Argument. Good to see you, and happy Mother's Day to your mother and to your loved one as well, your
I
wife.
wish you the same also.
Thank
I
you.
understand this day in the US is taken very seriously as compared to Liberia.
Well, people often value the work that mothers do, and some folks lay far apart. But this is a day that you have folks come from different parts of America to come and spend time with their mother, especially those who mothers are living. They will spend the time with them, and just cherish them, and all of that. So it's just a wonderful time of celebrating mothers on this unique day. Very, very
The,
wonderful time to celebrate.
the firebrand Keff Hassan. Good evening to you, Chief, and welcome to the closing argument.
Well, let me say hi to everybody. Happy Mother's Day to you, Jackie, and the rest of the beautiful women out there who do a great job for our children. But let me say this. Today is uh,
Yeah.
a day that we will hear from the chairman of the Liberty Party, Musa Hassan Bility, as Yomli Kanga, who endorsed the uh, how I would call them, because they are not collaborating party, but they are unity party, because I, I saw them with a unity party robe on, some of them had their unity party scarf on. So I think today look like unity party day. But again, she announced that she endorsing as a Liberty Party. So we will ask the question to Musa Assembly if she authorized, and I use the word authorized to endorse um, a political party in the name of Liberty Party, or she no more respecting the Supreme Court law. So we'll ask a tough question.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening to you also, Madam Jackie McCay, and happy Mother's Day to you, being the only female on the platform.
That's right. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad to be here. And I'm glad I was able to make it because I wasn't too sure if I would be able to come on.
Chief Tomalin, Nyenwolo George. Good evening, Chief.
Uh, Good evening and good afternoon, wherever you are, and happy Mother's Day, Jackie, and happy Mother's Day to all our mothers, our wives, our significant others, and all the women around the world. Happy Mother's Day to them, and you guys are special, and we honor and celebrate you guys today around the world because of the role you guys played in the creation of humankind. But today is a great day. Especially so, today will be a day where we're going to discuss. the issues that matter. Say what you want to say, but I think today was a big day for the Unity Party, the former Vice President Boyka and his team, for the fact that uh, one of the strong uh, ally of the UP, Senator Lawrence, today endorsed the ticket of Vice President Boyka and Jeremiah Cohn, and we it shows that since the announcement of Jeremiah Cohn, they have been working, trying to get back the team. They already got Yomli. The next person I know they're working on it will be Heron Costa and with the ALP of Ben Sanvee and others. And I'm sure they're working, and we'll see whether they will come true because the race is taking shape, and sooner or later we'll know where the state of this race. But today will be a good discussion, and we look forward to having these discussions for like people to hear the arguments and make their analysis. So let's get ready to rock and roll.
Thank you, guys, and so you can continue with the show.
The link before anybody comment. The link. Could you guys edit that? It's still saying
Yeah, it
Wednesday.
says Wednesday. That's true.
Okay.
Chairman Ben, good evening. Welcome to the closing argument.
Ben, you muted one.
Okay, I
There's
can
a
still.
there's a noise at the back. I
Oh, is
don't
that
know
okay?
if somebody can.
Good evening, Chairman.
Yeah, there's some air. It sounds like some
Some
air.
Tomlin, can you mute? Let's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it comes from you, Tomlin.
Okay. I think it was coming in, right? Yeah. Well, it's good to be here. I want to thank all of everybody for joining us on this special. I'm laughing because I didn't know up to today that Yomli had not endorsed Joe Buckeye. I was very surprised to see that. I see Tomalin saying that it's a major catch, but I was always under the impression that she had endorsed him. I know Dillon has said he was leaning. But again, this is a political season. I think it's funny what's going on. I see my friends from the Unity Party all celebrating, talking about Liberty Party has endorsed them. I don't understand how. And today is going to be an interesting show. It's going to be very interesting because I don't understand how someone who was elected constitutional vice president took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution after the Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, renders an opinion on a particular issue, is flagrantly encouraging the violation of the Supreme Court's ruling. I just don't understand it. How does Vice President Joe Bucker wants to uphold the Constitution as president of Liberia, and he can't even respect the basic tenets of democracy when the Supreme Court, we may all disagree with the Supreme Court decision, but we have a bounding responsibility to respect it. But having said that, it's still early. We're going to have a very frank conversation today about what I like to call, just all of the chicanery and the games that have happened. And we're looking forward to having something substantive to talk about today. But like I said, I was extremely shocked when I heard Senator Lawrence say that she endorses the boycott ticket because I was always under the assumption that she wasn't supporting him. The thing that comes to my mind was she not supporting him when she wanted to be his vice president? I'm just trying to understand the logic there. But again, we're looking forward to a very frank conversation today, and hopefully we will be able to do ourselves some justice. But it's good to be here.
Jackie, you muted.
I think you guys are muted.
No, I said, can I ask you a question based on what you just said while we're waiting?
We're gonna start the show now, right? The show can start now. We can start. Why? When the chair?
Sure, sure.
Okay. So I think I heard you say two things. One, you said that you don't understand how the VP is violating the Supreme Court ruling. What ruling was that? Because I don't, from my understanding, I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. And then, yeah, so if you can answer that, because I'm trying to see what portion of the ruling is he violating. What did he do wrong? What is a clear violation of the
Well,
VP?
okay.
If you can expand on
Well,
that.
the mere fact, first of all, can you hear me? Good. So the first thing for me
Yeah, I can hear
is
you. You also
it
said you
is
didn't know that
legally.
if the LP. Uh huh.
Yeah, so I think I'm having a delay. I might have to go out and come back in. I think my internet, something is going on with my system. But let me say this:
Yeah, I think
it
you
was
have.
clearly defined. Yeah, there's a small delay, but let me say this: it was clearly defined. It is clearly defined according to the laws of Liberia. Everybody knows, maybe except the Unity Party, that the Liberty Party is legally in the collaboration with the ANC in the CPP. If you go to the National Elections Commission, the Liberty Party is not there registered anymore as standing by itself. It is in a collaboration. For the former constitutional vice president of Liberia to sit in a hall today and quote unquote accept an endorsement from what is supposed to be purportedly called the Liberty Party, I think I mean, I can't even wrap my head around it. It's fine. It is perfectly within the senator's right to endorse Vice President Bokai. I'm not questioning her right. There is a freedom to associate and to disassociate. We are entitled to our own opinions, but we are not entitled to our own facts. My point here is this: when the vice president sits in a program and say he's accepting an endorsement from the Liberty Party when he know that the Liberty Party is in a collaboration with the ANC in the CPP, tell me and the Supreme Court upheld the processes that led to the ANC and the Liberty Party being in a coalition. Tell me how he's not violating it. Why? The other question is, why did the Unity Party, write to invite the CPP to the unveiling of their standard bearer? For collaboration to be, for you to consider something a collaboration of political parties, there have to be two political parties. It can't be one. One party can form a coalition or a collaboration. The Unity Party wrote the CPP, inviting the CPP to attend the unveiling of their running mate. What was that about? So I'm just shocked because, again, like I said, Joseph Yuma Bokai, His Excellency, is a former constitutionally elected vice president who took an oath to protect and defend the Constitution of Liberia. And for
Right.
him to sit in the hall today and see citizens who have willfully decided that they will disobey the highest court in the land, I'm just floored. I'm shocked. That's all I'm saying. Again, I'm
Okay.
not questioning Senator Lawrence's right to endorse him. That's not what I'm doing here. I'm questioning him sitting and watching and accepting an endorsement in the name of an institution that is legally binded in a coalition that is somewhere else. And he's there saying, I accept it.
So, from my understanding, both Neck and the court, they did not dispute that Mr. Bility was the chairman. Neither did they dispute that Yombly was Senator Lawrence was a member of Liberty Party and also the political leader. So the argument
No, no,
was
no, 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 no.
there was no dispute
Correct.
in the court. The court did not address that.
Correction, Jackie.
But the court did not address that. That's
Correction,
not
Jackie.
for the court to address. The court can
But
only
Jackie,
address
Jackie,
what
let me.
is
But Jackie,
constitutional.
Jackie,
Ben,
I am the former national chairman of the Liberty Party.
but we also
I'm
follow the
telling you,
news.
and but Jackie, I can't. When you suspended, when you expelled Wilmer P as your former national chairman, did anybody go do business with Wilmer P? Did anybody say, listen, this
The last
attitude on the
time you
part of the
had the
Unity Party?
campaign, the chairman on, he never said that Yombly was not the political leader. He never said it. He said the last time he was here, I'm
Who,
glad he's
who,
coming
who?
on.
Which
Musa,
chairman?
he never
Which chairman? Musa
said
Belete?
that when he came on, he said he was looking to reconcile the party. 2 days later, he wrote a letter saying don't do business with her. When he came on, he never
Jackie,
said that she was not the political leader.
Jackie,
We
maybe,
can roll that tape.
maybe you didn't. Maybe,
So I'm
oh, we
trying
can roll
to
it. Maybe,
understand.
maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't get him. There was never a point. Yumli had been expelled from the position of political leader. She has not been expelled as a member of the party. As far as we are concerned, Yumli is an eminent partisan of the Liberty Party. So I, I don't know
So she's still a
when
member
Musa
of the
Bility came on
Liberty
this
Party,
show.
But
right?
I want. Can I come in?
Of course,
Can I come
Okay,
in?
of course
so
it is. Of
The
course
why
it
issue.
is.
can't she say, I'm Liberty Party and we, Liberty Party, people with me, are supporting the JMB
Jackie
faction?
really,
Under
But
the
Jackie
the,
really.
Constitution, does she
but
not have a right to
So,
say that?
but let me come in.
so
She
But
Jackie,
said
the
let me
she's
issue,
ask
not
you a question.
political leader.
So
issue now
Jackie,
is
Does
no,
she
no, no.
not
I
have
want
a
to ask
right
Jackie a
under the
question.
Liberian Constitution to say,
Jackie,
we are
I want
Liberty
to ask you a
Party,
question.
this group of Liberty Party people are, if this group is going to endorse this candidate? You guys in 2017, you split your support. You went for George Weah. Other people went other places, and the political leader then Bromsky, he came out, he spoke against these things.
So
So this
did
was in
we go and endorse
2017.
CDC? But Jackie, winner, did we go and endorse CDC as Liberty Party? Did we? We did not. We did not. I went there. I spoke. I never said I was endorsing CDC on behalf of Liberty Party. We never did. Jackie, the fact of the matter is this. I repeat what I said earlier. The Liberty Party, if you go to the National Elections Commission today, go and ask the National Elections Commission what is the Liberty Party status right now at the National Elections Commission. The National Elections Commission will tell you the Liberty Party is a part of a coalition with the ANC.
okay.
And again, I am not questioning Senator Lawrence's personal reason. I mean, her responsibility as an individual, or if she have supporters behind her. I'm not questioning that. What I'm saying is, when she stands on a podium and purports to be the political leader of an institution, which she's not, that is wrong. And the fact that you, members of the Unity Party, cannot see that. It's like you, when you expel Wilmer Pay, is that Wilmer Pay coming up and writing a letter to the Liberty Party and say he's writing on behalf of the Unity Party and we honor it. Unity Party cannot continue to play this role of trying to act like they don't know what they're doing.
But
This is
I
what
don't
Unity
get
Party
why
does
you blaming
best.
Unity Party here. I don't get why you blaming. Youngly took
I'm
a
not blaming
decision.
Unity
us
Senator
Party,
let
Lawrence
us
Jackie.
took
let.
a decision
Yeah,
I'm
but
not,
to
I'm not
speak.
blaming Unity Party.
For how when
I'm calling out
ANC
the
was doing
I
all
want
hypocrisy.
to
the
say this
stuff they
though.
were doing,
I want to say
can I
this.
say something? And then Tomalin can come in. When ANC in 2022 was doing all the stuff they were doing to the then to the political leader, how come you two didn't step in and say no, this was wrong? How come you didn't take a stand there? I watched your show on your previous network. The Senator Lawrence was constantly denigrated on the media by officials of Liberty Party and
Jackie,
Okay,
ANC.
guys, we
listen,
have the
Jackie,
chairman. We have the guest
Jackie,
He
in the house.
was,
So
Jackie,
let's
according
go to
to
the
your
Yeah,
chairman.
we
show,
have the guest.
constantly
We have
leader.
the
No, no.
guest.
Why didn't you
Ladies and
take a
gentlemen,
stand?
all
You guys should
we
have
have
taken a
the
stand
we
to
have the
protect her.
we have the chairman of the opposition collaborating political parties. I call him the most powerful national political party chairman in the country at this point. The Honorable Chairman Musa Hassan Bility, just coming from out of successful national convention of the CPP,
And he looks well rested, though.
ANC,
I
and
guess he
Liberty
told he
Party.
rested well.
But
I thought you would be looking so tired right now from
but
all your
No,
activities.
but
That man
today
just a
I was
strong man. That's all.
today today the chairman of his political leader endorsed the presidential bid of former Vice President Ambassador Boyka and Senator Jeremiah Cohn. And I think the chairman, I think he raised a red flag that they were in error on the legal side. But on the side of of the politics, is history now. Is a foregone conclusion. Yeah, the endorsements have taken place, and as far as they're concerned, the boycott team believes that they got back of Yombly in their midst, and so now I think the chairman will tell us the next step of the Liberty Party on the legal side. But on the political side, there was an endorsement today for the boycott con ticket. And I think the next step, I think I heard they're working towards getting the guys back, Costa and the ALP and Benina Uri. But Chairman, welcome and congratulations on a successful national convention. I see you look fresh, you look energized, you look ready to take the case of the Liberian people. Why Alexander Bandit coming should be the president in 149 days and not President George Weah or Joseph Boyka. Welcome to the closing argument, the chairman Bility.
Thank you, guys. Yes, I think we had a successful weekend in Kanta.
Are you in Lima, Morovia?
No, I just got back just like 5 minutes ago. I just got in
Oh,
my
okay.
house.
What's the
Yeah.
driving distance from? Oh, you are in Ganta.
No, from Sekle Piedmont. I
What's the driving
normally
distance from Secretary to Morovia?
4 hours.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, no. So I spend most of the time in the car sleeping anyway. So
That's why you look
I
so well rested.
yeah. So it was good. Thank you guys. Second time around. I think CPP continue to make history. So far in this election cycle, our convention seemed to be the only convention so far that went without problem. I recall one convention was held at night in the absence of the standard bearer. I recall another one was held with protests outside. But we had a very peaceful day yesterday, and I think I'm happy. Democracy was at work. You see that we had everything we did, and this is the first convention, probably in the history of the country, where the entire process was done for the public to see. So we set the history, we set the pace, and I think we're ready to go, and we're enjoying the attention, that the VP pick is bringing to us. In politics, everything that put the eyes on you, as long as it's not negative, it's good. So we're happy, and we're ready to roll. I still believe that this election is going to boil down to who is going to work the hardest, not who's going to believe that they are entitled to a certain support from the public. I think what you work for is what you're going to get. So, hey, we're good. We're ready to go. We have a standard bearer now. In 2 weeks, we'll have a vice standard bearer. Um, and SARS have already been taken. The die has been cast. And like the football player will say, at the black, it's time to play. So let's play.
Okay, Chairman Bility. I mean, again, is welcome to the closing argument. I think it's the second time. We'll go straight into the show. We got a lot to cover. The Liberian people are watching you tonight, especially so from the convention and then what happened in Basel today. Uh, but we'll say on the legal side, we'll put it aside yet. You can bring it up later on. But let's go into the politics. Uh, you had a successful convention yesterday, this weekend. It was successful. I watched it from start to finish. I think you performed well as the presiding chairman of that convention. But
Thank you.
yeah, but today, Senator Yombly Kanga Lawrence, who you consider the political leader of the Liberty Party, today she endorsed this ticket of former Vice President Boyka and Senator Cohn, and I think during her endorsement speech, she threw some jab at you, the former President Salif, and even at the ANC. Uh, she talked about the reason why she, after in consultation with Mr. Cummings and and Councillor Gonglo and also so forth to get her to be on the ticket. She said the reason why she couldn't go on the Cummings ticket was because of the internal issue that were involved, and they believe that ANC and Cummings helped to forward this a problem. Now, what do you say about her comments in her endorsement remarks, especially when she gave the reason why she couldn't go along with the ANC ticket to be on the for Mr. Cummings?
You said she said something about Cummings and
Yeah, she talked about.
Ellen, but you didn't say what she
She
said
didn't. She
about
didn't
Ellen.
call Madam Saini, but she said some big political forces. But we know who she was referring to. We know any big
Okay.
political force that was involved in the negotiation with former President Salif. So I mean, we need rocket science to tell me who she was referring to. But the jab she talked about the internal conflict in your party, and that accusing the ANC of being involved into the help to fueling the conflict. And as a result, she said, based on the majority of the partisan of Liberty Party that's following her, the view of the should not form an alliance with the ANC and Cummings. So what do you say about her comments today in her endorsement remarks?
Well, I have, I have a three-part response to everything. One, I think it is within her right at this point to decide who she wants to support, and you have to respect that. I also believe that one thing that you know we continue to get wrong, uh, Tomalin, and I will say this to you, is that when the law makes a decision, you don't necessarily have to like it, but you have no choice. You have to accept it. We want to quote all the way to the Supreme Court to say that the 2017 election was fraudulent, that we were robbed of victory. We stayed the course. We spent almost 45 days in the court system when the court decided we didn't like the outcome, but that was it. We had a disagreement. We had issues in the party. We gone to the court, and the court has made a determination that there's no other recourse beyond that. And I think that both the United Party and Senator Young Lawrence should respect that. The court has said that the executive committee was legitimately put into office, and that it is it's right to make decisions that he made, and therefore those decisions that he made are valid. At that point, I expect the United Party to respect that for several reasons. One, you want to run the country. One of the things you don't want to do is to be seen as defying the court system, because that brings into question your intent. The other thing is, um, as I see it from the side of the United Party, I have been in this election, and we all have been in this election, at least three cycles. This is the fourth cycle in our new republic. There will be a second round. It's either going to be they or us or somebody else. But one opposition is going to go to second round. What you do now it's going to be the determining factor of whether or not you were able to bring everybody back together. And I say this because it, it, don't make mistake to think that because you are in the opposition and when you go second round, everybody will follow you. I have been from the time we broke up the CPP and the UP and the ALP left, I've been behind the United Party. As early as Friday morning, I spoke to the chairman of the United Party. He and I expressed our willingness to say, now that we've agreed that we're going to have separate candidates, let's begin to work on modality so that we don't have a deep wound that will make it impossible for either one of us to support the other in the second round. They are not listening. And I'm happy that all of these things we are doing here, they are being recorded for history. If I don't expect that to happen, but if it happens that the Unity Party will need the rest of the opposition tomorrow, it must remember what it did. The law and the legal system has made a decision. I'm sure they don't like the decision. It's not every decision that the court system makes that you like. Every day you guys are in America, the people make rulings that nobody likes. Rose versus Wade. He's been in America for over 50 years. Half of the country likes it, half of the country doesn't. But that's what the law says. So for the UP to be acting in trying to continue to confront the CPP, deny us the opportunity to have a friendly relationship is wrong. And for them, there's not much we can do because it's political time. But we just want to again register to them that that action is not helping opposition unity. Nobody has a right. She has claimed to uh, fame. She says she has popularity in Basa. I think she can use that to endorse Vice President Baka. And in Liberia, in fact, people don't follow party. Tomalin, there's no political party here that is being followed because of the institution. Every political party here in Liberia is followed because of the individual heading the party. There is CDC because of George Weah. Today you have Unity Party because of Joseph Baka. That's it. That's our politics have not reached to that point where institutions matter. The Liberian people have not reached to the point where they choose institutions. They've always chosen individuals. So therefore, what they're doing, is not fair, is wrong, and at the time, if I'm not sure we will get there, but if they will need cooperation from us, they will hold themselves responsible for acting in the way that they are acting.
Okay.
And for Yombly action, we have tried everything to tell her to stop. She doesn't want to stop. And since she doesn't want to stop, we have no choice. We will take the appropriate legal action to stop her from calling herself political leader. She's not political leader. We just had a convention yesterday. We passed our new constitution. That constitution does not recognize a political leader unless a partisan is elected president of Liberia. And that needs to be respected.
So, Chairman, okay, before we go on to my next question before we go on to the rest of the panelists. Uh, I know, like I said, you will take care of legal issues, but today was a big day in Unity Party, and your political opponents are saying that for the fact that the ANC and the CP through the by extension the CPP, they had they pursued Yombly, they pursued also Kuhn at one point in time, and today the both of them are now on the same side. People believe that they are put pressure on the CPP, and the CPP is on pressure now to outdo what happened today in Bassa, for the fact that the two top candidates of the of the Unity Party were pursued by the CPP to be the VP pick, but now instead they chose to go to the opponent of the Joseph Boyka. So now the political opponents believe that the pressure is now on the CPP as they await your running mate announcement and so forth, and to see what will happen in the next 2 weeks, 14 days. You make your choice. So I mean, how do you respond to that? That you are under pressure now to outdo what happened today?
We're now under pressure. We will pick our running mate. We set the date already. We said on the 27th. So what pressure now? Where if we were under pressure, There should be no more pressure. The dates are not going backward, they're going forward. One day gone already. We are going to name our nominee, our VSB on the 27th. Colors, that's it.
Okay, we'll go to Kev. Kev, you can chime in. Your question.
Hey, Musa, and how are you? Welcome to the closing argument.
How you doing,
Um,
Kev?
yeah, I listened to Yomli Kanga today. She kind of endorsed in the name of Liberty Party. Is she in error? Is she and is she allowed to endorse as political leader of Liberty Party?
No, she's in error. She's in error. I have, as of this very moment, reached out to the leadership of the United Party. Why it is true that people see some of us the way they do because that's how they feel that they can, bites us. We continue to keep the doors open to avoid conflict. It is wrong, it's not right. Uh, she could have, unless there is something that normally is not telling the Liberian people, that she's not able to gather the number of people she wished to gather for the United Party, unless she called the Party name. Because other than that, she should be able to gather the people in her name if she believes that they are following her. And they will still come to her. Okay? But there's something that I'm not getting. And it's not fair.
Any
And
legal
nobody should expect me. You know me better than that. To sit down to let that happen. Again, I will, and I have, even as I'm on this line, reach out to the leadership of the Unity Party to try to speak to them so that we can put a stop to this, so that it doesn't have to extend to the level of us going to the court to force it to stop. At the end of the day, that is not necessary. But if somebody thinks that this so-called opposition unity is a burden on someone who has been accused of being against it, that is not true. I will not let that burden be on me. I'll play my part. If other people don't want to play the part they want to play, then we will do what we think is in our interest. If it's wrong, it's not right.
So, what you made of the Unity Party accepting Yomli Kanga as a political leader and of the Liberty Party, knowing that she's in error? Is the Unity Party also in error by accepting
I
the
think it
Yomli
was wrong.
Kanga
I think it was
endorsement?
wrong. In all fairness, they shouldn't do it because how does that help? Tomorrow, if we are to meet one another, I got a call from the chairman of the United Party on Friday morning, and he told me that, Chairman, I got your invitation. I have not been in office for a very long time. I got your invitation to attend the convention. I will not be able to come and sleep, but I will come Saturday morning to be part of the convention.
Part
I
of
was
this
excited.
the CPP convention?
Yes, I was excited that you were coming, that was going to show unity, that was going to show the beginning of us working together, but he didn't come. I don't want to believe that he deliberately did not come because he did tell me that he had issue with time, but he showed willingness to come. I have a very good relationship with the chairman of the Unity Party and many officials.
But Chairman,
I
before
think
I finish, let me ask
I
you
think
this.
at this time there is no need for this provocation. I'm saying it not because I'm afraid. I'm saying it not because I have no alternative. I'm saying it because I believe there's no need for it. But if the Unity Party continue to force my hand, I will stress it.
That's why I'm going to. Let me ask you if they continue with this. First of all, I want you to address the if Yomni Kanga still the political leader of Liberty Party to
No,
address that.
we in fact, not only
He's
is
not
she
the
not the
political leader of Liberty Party.
not only is she not the political leader, at yesterday's national convention, and I use the word national convention because this is our first national convention since Councillor Bromsky passed. This is the first time we have had national convention. We endorse a constitution that literally says the seat of the political leader is now reserved for anyone who wins the presidency of Liberia as a member of the Liberty Party. Finish.
So her
We
time has
passed
not
that.
been there. If
Yes.
they insist of carrying out Liberty Party, will you take any legal action on uh, 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 Senator Yomri Kanga?
We were not allowed them to do it. Today was the last day. I promise you that.
So if they insist, there will be a consequence.
I say today was the last day.
Okay.
Okay, let's go to Dr. Peabody.
Chairman Bility, good to see you, and welcome to the closing acumen. Uh,
Thank you, Dad.
Good to see you. My question here is, I'm looking at the timing of this whole endorsement and then your convention and all of that, even though there's no specific time, but I'm looking at the timing. Uh, I'm interested to know was there any offer made to Senator Kanga to be the running mate of Mr. Cummings? Was there offer? I mean, I don't know whether you are at liberty to say it or what, but she did mention in her speech today that some of the same thing. One of the reasons she was endorsing Vice President Barker is to avoid some of the same things that took place in the past, and to be on the right track. So I don't know what she meant by that, but was there any kind of offer or anything illegal that would offer her that will make her make comment like that?
Yeah, yes. I believe there was. I was not heard it from her. She told me that there was. Uh, she reached out to me and said that she called me. I missed the call. And then she sent a text to me. She said, Chairman, I need to have a meeting with you. Please call me back. So when I got the message, I called her back and she said, I want us to meet uh, with my team and your team, you know, Mr. Cummings and I have had a conversation and he has proposed to me and I want to bring the proposal to you so that we can discuss it. I said, absolutely. She then told me that Mr. Jacob Smith, along with Steve Zago and some other individuals, will come. And I said, okay, I name located for me. The chairman of the LP Advisory Council was in Liberia, Chairman Sanvee. So I called him. He was gracious enough to accompany me. Charlie Bronsky also accompanied me. And the vice chair for administration, the vice chair for operation, the vice chair for political affairs, the secretary general, they all accompanied. The vice chair for planning also accompanied me. So we went to the meeting where before the meeting, uh, they changed the meeting spot from where they have the Palm Spring now. That was the first location. They changed to RLJ, and then later on, Jacob called to say the senator was coming from Grand Bassa, so we should do it at Farmington. But every time they changed, we accepted. When it was 2 o'clock, uh, Jacob called to say do at RLJ now. We went to RLJ for the meeting, and she never showed up. But people show up, but she never showed up. I was like, how? You call this meeting. You call me for us to have a meeting. How can he didn't show up? So the chairman, Chairman Sanvee, said, look, Chairman, let's stay, sit and listen. The fact that she didn't come doesn't mean that we cannot have the conversation. So they we sat and we had, then they said, oh, Mr. Bromsky, I mean, excuse me, Mr. Cummings has asked Senator Lauren to be his running mate. Or will you support that ticket? Then I said, absolutely. I will support that ticket because under the new framework document, uh, there is absolutely no limitation, no restriction as to who becomes Mr. Cummings' running mate. So if you're saying that Mr. Cummings has asked you, as a partisan of the Liberty Party, we will do absolutely everything we can to support that ticket. Of course, and I'm still wondering why she put Senator Zago on that committee. Because somebody asks you to be their running mate, which means another ticket. But here is a man who has already gone on public radio and media to say that I'm supporting Joseph Boakai. No matter what happens, I'm going to support Joseph Boakai. So therefore, he definitely was going to be in that meeting to make sure that the meeting didn't succeed. And he succeeded. Because then he said, then Jacob, who was the head of the committee, said, okay, Rebecca, it's good to hear from you. And then uh, that's what we wanted to hear from you. And we'll get back to you. So we'll meet, and then we'll get back to Mr. Cummings. Then Mr. Zago put his hand up and said, well, Rebecca want to know Mr. Cummings made this request because normally it's the political leader. Do you accept her as a political leader? Will you accept her as a political leader? Of course, I knew that the reason why he asked that question because the meeting ended too good to be to his comfort. So he wanted to ask a question that will put a monkey wrench. Then I said, look, the question has been asked me, and that question is whether or not I will support Wembley. I believe that Jacob brought the message, and that message is, I am not here to answer a question that was not asked me. And I don't believe that Mr. Cummings has asked me as political leader of Liberty Party. But he has asked her as an individual, and we'll support that. The meeting ended. When the meeting ended, uh, so many other things happened. And then there was another meeting. And then this meeting was attended by, among other people, the chairman, Dillon. And Dillon said in the meeting that we must restore Yemlin before she can be vice president to come, vice running mate to come. Then I said, well, look, if Yemlin is going to be vice running mate to Cummings, then I can, personally, I don't have an issue. So I can take that to the executive committee of the party. And then since we are on our way to convention, the Constitution limits for tenure to October 2nd, October 22nd, 2022. So we will now use that time to amend the Constitution, extend her tenure, and then conform it to the original provision that says you political leader until 90 days after the election. That was our proposal. After that time, I never heard from them again. They didn't come back to me. Uh, they said nothing. 2 days later, I started hearing, including calls to the chairman that, you know, Chairman Bility spoiled the negotiation because uh, he wants to put a timeline on Wembley standard bearer say, hello, the constitution of Liberia does not allow political party to have a perpetual position. The Liberty Party constitution has no place for political leader. It has place for standard bearer. In order to become political leader of the party, you must be standard bearer. Then you transform into political leader after election. So, hey, guys, that's what happened. And so, Mr. Comey, it is Nwambili who told me that Mr. Comey, her team came and told me that Mr. Comey asked her.
We are calling out the political leader of the Liberty Party.
Look, first of all, like I said, we're in political time. Responsible for your liquor. It is what it is. I have no plan to dignify the United Party action by taking them to court. I would not touch the United Party. It's not necessary. And I still recognize that we are in the opposition. So I will not touch them. I will continue to tell them that what they are doing is in defiance of the law. And I will take action to stop Nyenwolo for calling herself political leader. I will do that. But as far as the UP concerned, it doesn't make sense to offend. Look, it's either that we will need them or they will need us. But there's no way anybody can walk and win the CDC on first round. That's not going to happen. And this action that they are making, hey, it is the right. But I'm beginning to feel that the UP and the very youngly all have come to realize that they will be able to do nothing without the name Liberty Party. Otherwise, this is the time to prove that with our Liberty Party, you can amass the crowd that you say you have. In 2011, Prince Johnson was booted out by his own people in his party. He left them there. He went and formed a new party and flogged all of them out of office. That's what you call name branding. That's where you prove that it is not the institution, it's you. But it's clear that they seem not to be able to do anything without the name Liberty Party. So they're pushing it. But today was the last day that happened. I promise you.
Oh, you have on Jackie. Jackie, your two questions.
Mr. Bility, once again, congratulations on your convention this weekend.
Thank you.
My question to you is there's no question that Senator Lawrence has been in the Liberty Party since, I believe, in 2005. She has played a major role towards making this party a vibrant party under the leadership of the late Charles Bromskin. When he passed away, before he passed away, he held her hand and said, "You are going to be the political leader. You are going to take my place." She was there in 2011. She was there in 2017. She has brought a lot to the table. Even when you were not even a member of Liberty Party, she was there. She's been there since 2005. And we see that from your interview and other officials of the Liberty Party interview, that things started to go downhill when Senator Lawrence and Senator Dillon apparently started to go towards the other side, JMB, and you and your group decided to support Mr. Cummings. And because of that, today the Liberty Party is where it is, unfortunately, because it has been the third largest party in Liberia. So it is sad, but you are chairman. Prior to that, Steve Zago was chair. You came in, and there was controversy even surrounding your chairmanship. And as the CPP continued to grow wings, we saw things fall apart, and even there were times where Senator Lawrence talked to the CPP political leader about events being held here and there, and these decisions were made against her will and participation. So my question to you is, why is it that you as chair, knowing that the enormous contribution that Senator Lawrence has given towards the Liberty Party since 2005, why is it that you couldn't take the higher ground? And even today, if you say that she's no longer the political party, even if she goes somewhere, I'm a political leader, even if she goes somewhere and say, oh, I'm political leader of Liberty Party, there are some people who divorce their husband or their wives and still, or their husband, and still carry their spouse's name. For example, Jua Howard, she was not married. She still carries still her name. So if she says I'm the political leader, why do you want to fight her? Why don't you keep you and
When you're dropping her, yeah, man, I swear.
under the same breath you are talking peace? Why is it that you just don't leave her and ignore her and leave her alone? She's not doing any harm. What harm is she doing? You say you have the legal documents. So if her words come out, if somebody said to you today, Mr. Bility, you are an ugly man, will you believe that? You're not going to believe that because you know you're handsome. So why bother with her and
Oh,
what
I
she's
swear.
doing? That's my question to you.
The
And I
audacity
understand
of
this.
the Unity Party
Yeah.
people I came out today. The audacity of your Unity
So,
Party people, you
so,
yeah.
so Jackie, honestly, I'll answer your last question first because I don't want to forget that moment. When when you carry your ex-husband name, you carry it with an acknowledgement that you are divorced. Then it becomes acceptable that you can carry the husband name. But you acknowledge that you are divorced. That's what we call former president president. That's why some people continue to call Joseph Walker vice president. There's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But you just have to acknowledge that you are divorced. And then you can call yourself political leader. Nobody will talk. But coming to the main question about contribution to the Liberty Party.
Since 2005.
Yes. When I joined Liberty Party,
When did you join? Because you were with
2016,
Unity Party before.
you see, when you were asking your question, I didn't say anything. So you have to let me
You
answer
are
my
you
question.
are one of us before.
No, no, no. But then let me wait. You finish asking all of the questions.
And
Then
that
No,
I'll
time,
go
answer.
ahead. Go ahead. Sorry,
and
go
that
ahead.
time, and that,
I'll wait. I'll
and
wait.
that time, he wasn't a criminal.
No, I was not. I was
He
super
was the
fly.
perfect person in the
At the
world.
end
He
of the
was
day,
Unity Party.
at the end of the day, um, when I joined the Liberty Party, and I'm glad the chairman is here. I don't. I'm not discounting anybody's effort. But the day I joined that party, it was at the lowest point. They were in a three-room office. Chairman Ben Sanvee is my witness. The party was at the lowest point. Meanwhile, it has sitting senators who were making $10,000, $15,000. When I joined the Liberty Party, those who have been in it for 10 years, 15 years, from the time I joined the Liberty
Who
Party,
was chairman at the time?
the chairman is right here on this in the studio.
You're into the room. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, the chairman is the first person who told me, Chairman Bility, I mean Mr. Bility, we have to make sure we will rebrand this party. And I worked with him. Immediately in 2 weeks, we moved in a new office. 2 months later, I ordered 70 vehicles and 300,000 t-shirts on my own for the Liberty Party. In my reign as CEO of the Liberty Party campaign, I knew all of the leadership of Liberty Party. And again, Chairman Sanvee is here. Yombli was not even an executive member of the Liberty Party. He can prove it. He's right here. Darius Dillon, in 2011, betrayed his party, went to the Unity Party, came to us because I was in the Unity Party, and he was expelled. He was brought in the same time I came back to the party as part of the reconciliation that we wanted for the party. In the middle of the campaign, I'll tell you how close I was to Yombli. In the middle of the campaign, Councillor Bronsky removed Yombli from Basa as the campaign head. Chairman Sanvee is also here. And replaced her with, for the Basa belt, and replaced her with this young man, one of the strong young men in the Basa belt called Daniel Brisiki. Yombli came to me and complained. I told Yombli, because when I went back to Councillor Bronsky, he said, Musa, you got to listen to me when it comes to Basa. The Basa people don't want Yombli as the head of the campaign. So you can go and campaign in the full 14 counties, leave Basa with me. I went back to her. That's when I turned District 17 over to her. I gave her a pickup and turned District 17 over to her. If I'm lying, that meeting with Councillor Bronsky is not living today. Benjamin Sanvee was in that meeting. And again, I knew all of the executive members. She was not one of them. I didn't see her. I didn't see her name on the list. I didn't see her. I knew that she was a senator. I knew all the executive committee members of the Liberty Party. And you're talking about reconciliation. Tonight is not a time for me to talk about it, but there will be a time. The very Bromskin that we're talking about. And Jackie, I don't hold you responsible for that, but you don't know that. But Yombli and Councillor Bromskin was not speaking when he passed. Dillon and Bromskin were not speaking when he passed. Jacob Smith and Councillor Bromskin were not speaking when he passed. Councillor Bromsky, in his last days, refused for Yombli to see him. And I went to Yombli's house in Arlington, and she told me. So I will leave that for another day. I will focus on the fact that I have not tried. As far as I'm concerned, this issue is over. The court has made a decision, and Yombli will say I've made a decision. Her decision is to go and support JNB. I think we need to respect that. And I respect that. But the Liberty Party is not a part of that decision. And you cannot force the Liberty Party to be a part of that decision. And you do not expect me to sit down to allow that narrative to take hold in Grand Bazaar. We'll change it. Because it's not true. And we'll prove it in the coming days. That is not true. Baza is the most liberal, and I keep saying this. Baza is the most liberal county. People are talking about popularity. I see people all jumping up. You know, it took 4 parties, including your party, United Party, actually 5 parties, because even the CDC that Bezonga was running on, CDC put up another candidate against Bezonga. That candidate took 7,000 votes from Bezonga, Vincent Willie. And then that's how Numbly won with the help of Unity Party, ANC, and ALP, with a vote of 2,000. So I'm not looking for Numbly. I'm not looking for. We have made separate decisions. She decided that the person who is best to move this country is Joseph Boaga. I've decided that the person who is best to move this country is Cummings. Why don't we just respect that and move on? At this point, the Labour Party is not with her. She needs to acknowledge that. It's unfair to her, it's unfair to us for her to push our hand the way she's pushing it. It is not okay. There's no need for that. At this point, all we need to do is to acknowledge that the decision has been made, we move on. Thank you.
So,
Oh,
my next question is, from my understanding with the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court rule, what I read, the case was about the Constitution, whether or not you had a right to file with NEC. And from my understanding was that the court ruled in your favor because the court said it was okay. And if and Senator Lawrence was claiming that the document was altered. So the court said that NEC did not have legal jurisdiction. The only place where you can settle that matter was in the court of jurisprudence. So that was the ruling from my understanding as to what the Supreme Court ruled, because they can only rule on constitutional matters, the law and stuff like that. Um, did they rule on anything regarding whether or not Senator Lawrence
Now
was
you
a
have put on
political leader or not? Because
your
from my
Unity Party hat.
understanding, NEC recognized her and recognized you
No,
at a
you are
time.
you are reading it upside down.
Did
The
the court
Supreme Court.
ever talk about her position?
Okay, let me explain to you. And I will send the court ruling if Chairman Sanvee get it right. The court said that the Liberty Party went to convention in 2021. It changed its constitution in 2021. The process was legitimate, and the constitution that came out of that process is legitimate. The court said,
Which court? The Supreme Court?
yes, it's written in black and white.
Okay, I need to see that because
Because
from
you
what
didn't
I
read
understand,
it.
But
You
which
didn't read
version of
it.
the code
Or
document
you
you
want to
saw,
spin
Jackie?
it.
Which
Either
which
you didn't
version you
read
saw,
it or
Jackie?
you are spinning it.
The one from the
no,
UP War Room,
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
The one that
They're
I
telling you
read, and I
text.
even went over it with a lawyer
No,
to
no, no, no,
understand
no.
it.
No, there
A
is.
lawyer in Liberia, not here in the States, but a
No, no,
lawyer in
no.
Liberia. I went over that to really
Let
understand
me
what
let
the
me
Supreme
explain to
Court
you.
said.
This is a 40-page ruling. That which they show you is what we call the order. That's a one page. The ruling is 40-page. The ruling said there were three issues. One, whether the convention was held properly. The court ruled that based on the constitution that was imposed, which is the 2015 constitution, the convention was held properly. The ruling said at that convention, a leadership was elected. That executive committee that was elected at that convention is legitimate, and all of its decisions are valid. I will send a ruling, I will mark that space so that you can read it. That's what the court said. So at the end of the day, the issue of whether or not the document was filed properly, the court said it was filed properly.
I agree with you on that.
So at the end of the
But
day, everything I'm
they
saying,
didn't decide on the content of the document, though they couldn't have.
no, 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 no. The court said whatever we did in Banga was the process was legitimate, and it is what it is. And anything that comes out of there, that's the executive committee, and that executive committee has the authority to make decisions in line with that document. It's written. There's no even end about
You
it.
know,
I believe that everybody here has rulers.
Montana.
So no,
Look,
not, he never
and
answered my
also
first question.
Jackie,
But
let me make it easier for you. The Justin Timber rule, it is that ruling that Youngly appealed. That means she didn't accept that ruling. In the court final judgment, it says we fully agree with the Justin Timber and we uphold everything that he said.
Right, but it didn't say that if she wanted to go to court, that she couldn't go to court regarding the contents of the
There's
document.
nothing in the
The
Liberian
court never talked
constitution.
about the contents of the document.
Let me explain this to
It
you.
said that
Let me
needed to
explain
go
this
to
to
court
you.
if she wanted
There
to
is
file that.
nothing, there's nothing in the Liberian constitution that stops anybody from going to court. There's no law
Right.
that stops you from going. But let me explain this to you. There is a law that say if you're going to go to court for an institution, you must have the authorization of that institution. In this case, if anybody want to go sue Liberty Party executive committee must resolve to give that person authorization to do so. So therefore, you cannot take any issue to the court unless you have authorization from the body that has been acknowledged, legitimized by the court. It's simple. Why are United Party people want to spin this thing around?
Uh,
You see,
yeah,
this is what can make me to say
yeah,
that you people are the real enemy of opposition unity. Because at the end of the day,
Mr. Bility,
what
you
is
know
here?
that's not a fair statement.
It
yeah. Can I
is.
come in,
At
please?
this point, it is.
Can I come in?
Because
so
I
so
don't even know how does it benefit you
so
or me.
let's go to Ben now. Chairman
Yeah,
Ben,
let me
your
say
question.
this. Let me say that.
So,
I'm listening to my
Ben,
sister.
your question or a statement?
My man, leave me, man. But you got a question. Yeah, man.
My
Nobody
man,
told me,
my man,
man.
what happened? They endorsement me.
Nobody told me, man. Can't give me other question or statement.
Ben is not happy about the endorsement,
No,
and I
listen,
don't understand.
no,
You
no.
leave
Let
the
me tell
woman
you.
alone.
No, let me say this.
She said what she
But the
said.
endorsement
You guys say you're
wasn't
not
no
the legal
surprise.
documents.
Listen,
What's the fuss? We are all
listen,
Jackie,
opposition. Leave her alone.
let
let me say
her leave
something.
our party alone. We'll leave her alone.
But
Yeah,
she loves the Liberty Party. She's been there since 2005.
Jackie,
You can't kick her
Jackie,
out.
Jackie,
Come
can I
on,
say
man.
something? Let me
We
say
have
something.
never said that she's not member of the Liberty
Let me
Party.
say
Okay,
this.
so if
We have
that her
never said
words
that.
and her
But
words
she
are
should
empty,
stop
just leave her
impersonating.
alone.
She's not the political leader of the
Jackie,
party.
let me say this. And I
Acknowledge
want to
that.
say this, okay? I want to say this. Contrary to what people believe, I don't care what happened today. I really don't. But let me tell you what I do care about. You know, and this is the hypocrisy that I love from my Unity Party friends. You know, and Jackie is displaying it here tonight. Pure hypocrisy. This is the very Unity Party that expelled its former standard bearer, who was sitting president of the Republic of Liberia.
Exactly. And
Nobody
the chairman,
questioned you. Nobody protested. Nobody went to protest to Unity Party to say, oh, why you did it to Ellie? And nobody
the
challenged you.
woman who brought your party to prominence.
Nobody did it. Oh. For some reason, Unity Party believes that they can have the cake and they can eat it.
They will not eat it.
And that's why I've consistently said, and the chairman is on the show tonight, I'm going to say it again. He is the liberal one because I used to be very liberal. Now I think I'm turning to a radical. This notion that Unity Party is really interested in opposition unity is a fallacy.
It is.
A total fallacy.
Unfortunately.
So was
Yeah,
Cummings
Jackie,
interested in
I interrupt you. I
sorry,
interrupt you.
I'm quiet.
I
I'm
didn't
quiet.
interrupt you, Jackie.
No,
I'm
Jackie, you
quiet.
are not. You
I
are
did
not,
not
Jackie.
interrupt you, Jackie.
You are
I said
not.
Let me talk.
I listen.
Jackie,
Uh-huh.
guys, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence is well within her right to
Exactly.
go and endorse Rescue 1, Rescue 2, Rescue 3, Rescue 5,
It can
Rescue
be
1.
fire service, one fire service, two, anything.
Anything she want endorse, she got the right to endorse it. What she do not have a right to do is to impersonate as the political leader of the
Of the
Liberty Party.
party.
That
Absolutely
is
not.
where the line is drawn.
And you are aiding and abetting that.
And
Who?
for the Unity
Me?
Liberty
Party,
Party.
of course,
Unity Party, I mean, you are aiding and abetting that.
for the Unity Party to continue, let me say this to you, Jackie. I
Mm-hmm.
was in Monrovia a couple of days ago. This very Unity Party
Speak,
wrote,
Chairman.
this very Unity Party wrote the CPP, inviting the CPP to the unveiling of Rescue 2. How many
Jackie,
political
I guess you don't
parties?
know that, right?
How many political parties does it take to
Ben,
I know
form
send
a
all
they
the
say
collaboration?
I know they send invitations out to
How many
everybody.
political parties does it take to form a collaboration? One political party can form collaboration. It got to be two or more. Why was the which other political party the Unity Party were recognizing in that collaboration? Which other political party? They didn't write the ANC. I saw the letter. It said, Mr. Alexander Cummings, standard bearer of the collaborating political parties. Which other party they were recognizing in that collaboration? I'm asking you, Jackie.
Yes.
Which other party?
Well, they
Jackie,
were
speak for your
respectful.
party.
They were being respectful and saying, "Okay, this is
Ah.
CPP.
No, let me
Let's
tell you.
invite
No,
CPP.
no, let me tell you. What
Let's
they were
invite
doing.
CPP."
I love
Let
the
me tell you what
UP.
they were
I
doing.
love the UP.
Let me tell you what they were doing. And this is what Unity Party does best.
What?
Again, right after Vice President Joe Walker made his decision to pick Rescue 2 and left Rescue Mother, Rescue Mother was upset. And Unity Party believed they had probably lost Rescue Mother. And so, in the regular trickery, they decided to undermine Rescue Mother. Remember, the Unity Party had never recognized the CPP with ANC and Liberty Party. In fact, when all through the process they said Liberty Party were with them. All of a sudden, after Rescue 1, we speak Rescue 2, and Rescue Mother got upset, Unity Party said, okay, you know what, we recognize CPP today. Jackie, if
And you
I
think that
continue,
has to do with with Senator
Jackie, we
Long?
know.
Of
I know.
course.
Listen,
Of course.
you know the reason why your party love. You know why I'm the favorite person they love to hate because I know them.
But chairman, you actually you making statement because you
But I'm using my time. Why your problem, Dominic?
okay, go
But
ahead.
Dominic,
Why your
the man
problem
got a
there?
right to
I have a
talk.
right to
You gotta
speak the
get
way
a
I
man
want to
chance to
speak.
talk.
Are you censoring me on the
But
closing
but but
argument?
Mr. Dominic, are you trying to censor our
No,
chairman?
I
I
mean, I
guess
don't
not.
understand this thing.
No. Go ahead,
I
chairman.
don't understand this. But let me say this. And this is why I want my question to the chairman. And I'm glad to hear from you, Mr. Chairman, because you will have received a letter tomorrow from the advisory council asking you to be very clear because you run the day-to-day affairs of the political
The
institution.
chairman of the advisory council.
Yes.
Oh, you the chair of the advisory council.
But
The man,
Jackie, you small
Yes,
bit.
the man
he
giving
is.
instruction now.
Okay, but I have a question for you though.
Jackie, you small bit. Now I have
He's
people
not
that
a
get
guest
this well
tonight.
me.
Can I ask you a question
No,
then?
wait,
No,
Jackie,
all
wait.
question
Wait,
come to me.
let me ask my chairman a question. I just want to ask you a quick question. I'm glad you have said that this is going to be the last time this happens because I think this is the last bus stop. I think our kindness and our ability to say, you know what, let's look at this thing. People think this is weakness at this point. There are remedies that we can put in place to stop people from impersonating. It is wrong. It is wrong. Okay? What do you believe? What do you believe is the inspiration, Mr. Chairman, with this continuous agitation? What do you think is the incentive here? What do you think is driving this?
There's a story in the Bible, and it's also in the Quran, of two women who put a claim to a child. And they went to the king, and the other one said, this is my child. The other one said, this is my child. And in the king confusion, the king said, you know what? The way I see it, let me split the child into two so that you can have a peace. You can. One of the women say yes. Obviously, man, you know that when you split the child into two, the child will die. And one person said, oh no, if that's the case, let it chat carry. Here we are. United Party knows that nobody can stand on their individual feet in Grand Bassa County and have a political say without the name Liberty Party. They are aware of that. It is part of their political strategy to make sure that they use the Liberty Party name, which is ingrained into the people of Baza. And Ben, yesterday when we were at the convention, the first chairman of Liberty Party came from Niba County,
Yeah, Larry Uncle.
Larry Youngquay. Liberty Party has never been a tribal party. It hurts me to say that. Liberty Party was born in Grand Bassa County by largely Bassa people. Guess what, Ben? Unity Party was born in Lofa County by Madingo people. Who knew that today? Edward Binyan
Oh, being
Kesselly
carefully. Yep.
was the head, and Sheikh Kafumba Kone
Of
was the
course.
Secretary General. That the people who formed the Unity Party. In 1987 election, it was almost 90% of the Mandingo people voted for that party. But that party, can we stand today and say Unity Party for us? Party is not like that. Party transform, party get big, and party grows. Grand Bazaar love Liberty Party. Unity Party knows that. So because they know they cannot have it, they want to play with the name and continue to impersonate because that look, otherwise, Nyombli could have proven to all of us today that she is the popular person, not the party. The way you can prove that is to go stand somewhere and say, I'll call all of you in my name. And let's see where it will come there. But UP and Yombi know that she can't do that. She cannot take a step over Liberty Party. Today, they denigrate Bromsky. Even his daughter, they denigrate. It's wrong. They fight her in her representative seat in Passa. I mean, don't forget that Yompi was working as a professional and Bromsky came from nowhere and picked her and said, let's go. You will become senator. Introduce her to politics, the male assembly. You can't do that to that man daughter. Today they have a United Party person that she's fully supporting against Charlie in Baza. The Baza people, the army, all the tribes in Liberia, the most liberal tribe in Liberia are the Baza people. No, no
That would be
tribe can
us.
take, no tribe can take that from the Baza people. Most of the time, their political decision is based on reasoning. It's not like some of us, the other tribes, like my tribe, and then we make decision. We say this person is from my tribe, and I don't care what you say. Baza people don't decide that. Go check the history of Baza.
So can I ask a question?
No, no, Jackie,
Let the
Jackie.
other people ask more
Very
now.
good. So, let's go back to the start again. Chairmanability.
Because
What
I feel
happened?
you big questions you will ask.
What happened today is history. It's in the history books now. Today we saw the Yomli Kanga endorse the boycott con ticket. So now the legal aspect, I know, like the other panelists asked you, you pursue a little date. But the election is now, we have 149 days for election. So everybody's moving now. George Weah is carrying Joel Howard Tida as running mate. Joseph Boyer carrying Jeremiah Kwan as running mate. Now the ball is in the court of the opposition CPP that you chair as the national chairman of Alexander Cummings. Now, what next? You had a successful convention, but then yesterday you decided that you will take 14 days to announce a running mate. And just for the question, I mean, everybody's pointing towards Councillor Charlene Bromskin, the daughter of the founding father of Liberty Party, to be the running mate of the CPP, and Senator Barrow Alexander Cummings. But where will the announcement that for the VP pick, where will it be made? In Bassa or where? Where will it be made?
First of all, on the endorsement of Baga, did Nyombli actually endorse Baga today? I thought she did that ever
And the
since.
same question I asked, oh. And the
Really?
same question I asked.
Dominic,
That's in the
really?
that's in the history books, though.
She made
No,
That's
no,
it
no, but it's a
official
legitimate
today.
question, Dominic.
but
Look,
that's that.
let me tell you what happened today.
Um,
What happened today is to say, come to Basa, what you did to me, I feel forgiving you. You betrayed me, you disappointed me, but come, I'll forget. That's just a fake flower. Today was not endorsement.
So,
Endorsement was ever since
Jackie
so you
want the
gotta
third
let me
one.
come in. Tomoni, you
Jackie
gotta
want
let
the
me
third
come in.
one.
This
when
topic
Yombli
is too
decided,
interesting.
let me tell you something, Ben.
You have to
Ben,
let
let
me
me tell you
come
what
in.
happened. Yombli could have decided that she wants to be president. Nobody in the party was going to compete against her.
No.
She called us in Basa and said she has no interest in being president and that the party will not put a candidate for CPP. From that day, she decided to drag Liberty Party behind her to United Party without an agreement.
But you see,
I mean,
this what
without
I
an
keep getting
agreement.
at. This what I keep getting at though, both chairmen.
Okay.
I still answering my question.
People
Oh. He asked me a question. I have to ask.
okay, continue.
Yeah. So today was not this today what we call the reaffirmation of support. Today was not endorsement, chief. That endorsement took place. Remember, you saw Bose there on the Twitter, Obaka. Hey man, we're not crazy, man.
Is
That
that
was
why the
done
program was not?
elsewhere.
Is that why the program wasn't that packed?
And let me say this. Let me say
That
this.
program
Exactly.
was
Today,
well
Because it
attended. Do
was
you even
same
try
old,
that?
same old.
Peabody.
You
today
know how
was
many times
today was
Baka
also
people?
the affirmation of Yomli to become rescue mother. Because
Exactly.
for the last
Today
one
was to
year,
go and declare
But
her.
wait a minute, y'all wanted Young like 2 weeks ago.
No, no,
Y'all
no,
were
no.
you
were
see,
No, the
championing
question,
for her
no,
2 weeks
Jackie,
go
ago.
ahead.
you will not turn the
Just
question
because
around. The
it
question
didn't
is
work
not
out
about
now,
us
so y'all
wanting
getting mad
Jackie.
at the woman and crying,
No,
demanding
No.
that
nobody's
political
mad.
leader.
What I'm
Really?
saying, what
Nobody's
I'm
mad.
saying to
Really?
you,
Really? She
Nobody's
women,
mad,
said
women,
Jackie.
political leader. If you guys say y'all got a legal document, why are you
women,
fussing with her? I mean, come
can
on,
you
really?
protect me from this United
yeah,
Party?
yeah. The chairman protect that.
Power?
Chairman, you protect that. You the guest, you protect that. Go ahead.
So the UP and Yombly went today to tell the Basa people that we're not forcing. We are where we used to be. And in fact, we came here today to make all the rescue model. Since then, because I see that's all today's program was about. So let's leave that. On the issue of our selection of our PPP chief, I said
It
that
was
the
shit.
selection will rock the nation, it will
Yeah.
shake the place. You know, when I said to people the other day, I said a promise is a promise.
Yep.
That's what I meant.
I know
That
the
promise will
UB.
be
I know the
fulfilled.
UB will kill me today.
I have a
That
question
promise,
though.
that promise will be fulfilled. Somebody. We will pick a vice president that will give you a sneak peek. You know, you the American people when the movie come in, they say you can't see the sneak peek, and that's all. They will give you a sneak peek into Cummings' mind and his vision
So it's
for
not
Liberia.
Charlene Bromskin?
But why you worry about our vice president?
Don't worry about
No,
who is
because
going to
y'all were
pick.
doing everything to get Senator Lawrence on board and it
At
didn't
the
work.
end
And
of the
that's why y'all
day,
mad at
at
her
the end of the
today.
No man,
day,
where you come back?
at the end
Where
of
you
the
You
come
day,
back?
mad. Y'all upset with the woman.
listen, you should not worry about whether we ask Senator Lawrence or not. You already said she's not fit to be vice president. So let's leave that one.
Exactly.
Eh,
Exactly.
so it's
We
not
never
for you to
said she
think.
wasn't fit to be
That's what
vice
you
Why you didn't
president.
pick
said.
her?
That's what you said. That is you made a choice.
But you said she was not fit to be political leader. You guys
So,
sabotage her
so,
chances.
Are
No,
you
no, no,
kidding
no,
me?
no, no,
Is that
You
no.
the reason
guys,
y'all didn't pick her?
let me tell you something, Ben, today.
Is that the reason y'all didn't
You
pick her?
were on the show, Ben,
Timothy,
Eh?
Timothy, I've not answered my question.
advocating
You,
for
But the
Timothy,
chairman, let the
let
chairman answer the
Henry
question.
Costa
Yeah,
and
but
everybody in the world,
Jackie,
but never mention anything about
Oh
your
no, that
political
you're not
leader.
being fair. You're
let the
not
chairman
being
answer
When
the
fair.
question.
ANC, when
90
You're
seconds.
not being
ANC,
fair.
no,
Now,
yeah, okay.
please
now
give
we
me
have a
the
guest,
floor,
though.
somebody, I beg you. I
That's it.
beg you. Please give me the
they
floor.
are,
Jackie,
they
that
are
water under the
forcing they are
bridge.
forcing her to make that point.
That water under
No,
the bridge,
oh,
Jackie.
seriously, everything coming from
They
me.
said that people are bashing
When
were not fit to win an
Yeah,
election
yeah.
for
That
leader.
was the message
Yeah,
Unity
I
Party
They
mean,
said
sent.
people
look,
bashing were not
That
fit.
was the
look. Let me
message
tell you
Unity
y'all
something.
Party
can put
sent.
a spin
It
on
is a
this
matter
all
of
day your life.
geopolitics.
The people
It is
who
a matter of
sabotage
geopolitics.
that were the very two chairmen right here on the show right now. So you don't even put anything on
Wait,
Unity
wait, wait,
Party.
wait, wait,
You
wait.
sabotage
Bear,
that
bear.
you were on the
Let me
show
tell you what you want to
advocating
do.
for Henry Costa instead of
You want to
advocating for
stop
your
me?
political leader to be the running mate.
Am I supposed
You
to campaign? Am I supposed to campaign for Joseph Boyga to pick a vice president?
no,
Is that
you're
my
supposed to
job?
Really?
campaign for your political
No,
leader.
no,
That's
For
no,
what
what?
you're supposed to
no,
do.
no.
And
This
when
is
For
the
what?
she
problem.
had that
What
problem
are you
with
talking?
Jackie,
Alexander Cummings, why did
Jackie,
you didn't stand up for her? Instead, you
Jackie,
had people
What you
Jackie,
gonna
you
stand up
see?
for
using social
her?
media
Jackie, you
to
see?
denigrate her and say a
Mr.
lot
Chairman,
of
please
bad
wait.
things
Let
about
me
her, which
answer
was
let me
not
answer
fair.
my
It
sister
was not
Jackie.
right. The
Let me
both of
answer my
y'all
sister
wrong
Jackie.
her. The both of
Jackie,
y'all wrong her
Jackie,
from
I
two
don't care
years
what you do.
ago.
I will still come back to my
Jackie,
answer.
Jackie,
The
let me
both
tell
of
you
y'all
something.
wrong her 2 years ago.
You see,
And
Jackie,
y'all still wrong her
this is
today.
the problem, this is the problem that you guys have, right?
Unity Party
What
will not
problem?
survive. Unity
Unity
There's
Party
a
Party.
as a
Liberty
party
Party
will not
person who
survive
wants to
after the
add his
election.
voice. Will you allow him to?
Look at
So
what
what?
I'm
There's a Liberty Party member who wants to come on the show for 5 minutes. Will
Oh
you
no, no, no,
allow him to?
No, no, no. I
we don't
beg
do
Or
you.
that.
can he
No.
call in?
We don't do that.
I'm here
He
Yeah,
representing
is
the
here as
Liberty
a
Party.
guest.
you want
Nobody
We
to
don't
let
else.
it
post
tell Jackie,
surprises.
not come though.
Look,
Yeah,
in
But
fact, look.
that's your member.
Let me
No,
look,
it doesn't matter. Now you
Tomani.
write in the
No,
comment.
no, but no, we have the
The
Yes,
two
chairman of the Liberty
chairs
Party
are
here.
your
So,
yes.
member.
There is
no, but
nobody
Jackie,
Let me
higher in
explain this
Liberty
to you.
Party right now than the
Let
chairman.
me
the
explain this to
chairman is
you.
here, so we're not gonna
I
give him
want
Okay,
to
time.
you
be
will
very
call
clear.
him. You will call him
I
when we
want, I
take
Yeah,
your
you
want,
can
call.
call
wait,
during
wait.
the opening with the
I
phone.
All
want to
right,
be
you will
very
call him.
clear. I want to be very clear
Yes,
to this
Mr.
network.
Bility.
If you
Mr.
bring
Bility,
anyone here
I want you
who
to promise me one
impersonate
thing.
as a unit, as a Liberty Party person, you will
Uh-huh.
be losing me
If what?
forever.
If
The
what?
chairman,
Say
Jackie,
that again.
The chairman of Liberty Party is here, so nobody else
Yes.
can come
If
and
you
say
bring
Ah,
anybody,
they
Exactly.
not told me no.
if you bring anybody on the show,
No, Mr.
anytime that
Bility,
is
chairman,
don't
you're
you
pertinent,
try
protected.
to threaten
Chairman
me.
said, so chairman,
thank
no,
you,
you're
Mr.
recognized
President
thank
and
you,
you're
thank
Mr.
protected.
you, thank
Bility,
you.
don't you try to threaten me. Come on
By
now.
extension, the CPP
I'm
national chairman.
threatening the entity, not you,
No,
Jackie. I can't threaten you.
don't throw jabs
But
at me.
I'm
let
saying,
me
and I
progress. Let
repeat,
me progress.
Okay,
this
but
institution
listen,
is a
listen though.
very responsible and venerable institution. I expect it to respect the Liberty Party and its officials. Those who are going around impersonating, I advise that you do not welcome this on them. They can come as individuals, they have the right to come, but they cannot impersonate. You cannot support that process. Unacceptable.
Mr. Bility, so yes, my question to the two chairs. When you
Oh,
guys,
then
You
you are
interviewing
that
me
Jackie,
now?
humble.
Jackie, you taking over too many moderating job now.
no, but this is serious stuff, so we
No,
need
but
to talk
She
about it.
interviewing me now. She
let me
interviewing me
progress.
too.
Let me
You want
progress.
to interview
So,
the two,
She
yeah,
you
interviewing me
want,
too.
so,
you,
Let girl the
why,
chance to do it. Our sister, let girl the chance to do it. That
Jackie,
the
go
privilege
ahead.
of being the only, that the
Today
privilege
Mother's
she
Day,
have of
Jackie.
being the only
Today
woman on
Mother's
this
Day.
panel.
So
But,
and plus today is Mother's Day, so
And
you're
today
gonna
is
give
Mother's Day. That the
Yeah,
privilege she
yeah,
have.
okay,
and
okay.
dinner time.
That the
I
privilege she
mean,
Mr.
have.
Chair,
Jackie,
man,
go ahead.
man, give.
Mr.
That's
Chair,
Yeah.
your
you
Mother
didn't
Day
tell me
gift. Go
Happy
ahead.
Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's
Mr.
Day,
Chair,
Jackie.
I'm talking about the other chair.
Musa,
So
are you there, Jackie? Happy Mother's Day.
he there
I
reading
think
something.
he's frozen. Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Jackie, I want to use this time to wish you happy Mother Day, and because of that, I will be very moderate on you for the rest of the show,
Good,
and
thank you.
it's a tribute to you you as a mother. I
Jackie
know as a
trying to set in
mother,
a hole, right? You got
you
two
know,
powerful chairman sitting down.
you know, So Ben, let's take it easy on her tonight.
Get it? The
Next
Thank
time
national
we
you.
can
ambassador,
do.
Thank
national
you.
Next time
ambassador
we can
chairman,
ambush her.
and national chairman. Wow.
Yeah.
So, here's my question to both chairs.
Yeah.
When Senator Lawrence had all these issues in the beginning, why is it that both of you didn't grab her in a room and say, even with the document, and say, okay, if you have problem with this and this, let us sit down and talk. Why both of you didn't do that? When she said Alexander Cummings should not come on the grounds until she gets, I think she was out of the country, why are they didn't protect her? That was your political leader, though you all were in a CPP. Why was she not protected? Instead, I watched shows after shows, a series of talk shows where officials of both the Liberty Party, ANC is not here to defend themselves, but they spoke badly of her, really, really badly of
What
her.
what time? What
She
time?
was disrespected. I was even upset as a woman to see
What
another
time?
woman on
What time,
the
Jackie?
likes of your previous network and other networks grossly disrespecting Senator Lawrence like that. Why you didn't try? You the head of the advisory council. Why you didn't try to grab her and say, look, let's sit in the back and let's try to work things out? Why you brought it to the
So,
forefront?
What?
Even if she went out there,
so Musa,
why you didn't take the higher
I
ground
think
and
I will
say,
leave that one
let's
with
work
Chairman
this out?
Sandy.
so Jackie, first of all, I challenge anybody on the face of this earth to pull any recording of me, Benjamin Robert Sanvee, disrespecting Senator Lawrence.
You didn't defend her when you were doing it.
That's two different things you're talking about. You said we sat down and
Silence mean consent.
no, Jackie,
No.
no, no,
What
no,
law? What law says
no.
so?
You see, Jackie, let me say this.
The law is the
There
law.
was Jackie. Let me say this. There was frantic efforts made on both sides, and I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, it was not on both sides." On both sides to find an amicable solution to whatever was going on in the Liberty Party. At some point, we thought it worked. Then it became, but I always believed, and I always used to say this, that the issue in the Liberty Party had to do with politics, political power play. And sadly, I've always said that we came to all this contention at the benefit of other political institutions. Yeah, today, Senator Lawrence put everything on the line because she wanted to be vice president of VP Buckeye. They may not agree with it, but it is a fact.
So why you didn't
It was,
support her if you wanted to be
first of
VP?
all, I don't support the Unity Party, so I'm not my place to support her to
Well,
go
it
be
was her right to want that.
No, it is her right. I'm not. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It is her right to want that. I'm not telling you it's not her right. What I'm saying is, when you say I should have supported her, no, I didn't have to support her to want to be vice president to VP Buckeye, right? I will state for the record, in the end, I believe we will have a conversation and there will be a aha sobering moment where the question will be asked, was this all worth it? That time is coming. It's coming sooner than
Asked by
later.
who? By you or by her?
Oh no, it could come from anywhere. It could come from anywhere. What I'm
So did
saying,
you talk to her when you were in Liberia? Did you meet?
of course. Contrary to what Jackie, up to 2 days ago, up to 2 days to the convention, or 24 hours before the CPP convention in Ganta, I had a long conversation with Senator Dillon, a very long one.
I'm talking about Senator Lawrence.
See, again, I spoke with Senator Lawrence when I got to Monrovia.
Okay.
We've exchanged text messages. When the conversations were going on about trying to figure out what was going to happen, we were all in touch. Contrary
You
to
know,
what people
tell
argue,
Jackie that we went to Dillon House and spent 4 hours
spent
there.
4 hours there. You know, people in the public, the United Party people who are making all this noise, they don't know these things. Because at the end of the day, it benefits them for this noise to continue.
Yeah.
It benefits them. So
Tell
my
her how it benefits ANC.
no, listen.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it did.
It
Look,
doesn't.
Jackie,
But you go with Phil because
Jackie, I have
today was
said.
the
Go
last
ahead,
time.
Mr. Chairman.
Today was the last time you ever use that party name called Liberty Party. I promise you that.
Wow. Kev
Well,
Hassan.
I
Wow.
don't know what legal recourse can be taken on that,
All
but
right.
we
Kev
shall.
Hassan.
I'm
You
not
don't
saying
answer, you
you
don't know
can't
me.
take because, as far as I'm concerned, you already had your ruling from the Supreme Court. So I don't.
You don't know me. Today was the last time
Mr.
anybody,
Bility, y'all try
my
to talk
party,
peace.
eh?
Y'all try to talk peace.
No, you provoking me, then I'm a top piece. You
Exactly.
provoking
This is
me.
what I don't understand about Unity Party.
Eh? Because
Meanwhile,
today that mother,
the polls that came out today,
then
President Weah is in
be
the lead.
provoking me.
So y'all be
Exactly.
making
How many
false.
leave?
Musa,
I'm
Musa,
telling y'all.
yeah.
Meanwhile, the polls that came out today, President Weah is in the lead. He has 52% of the in the polls right now, and you guys are
What
behind
poll
him.
is that?
Don't mind Tomalin, man.
Too
Kev,
many,
let's go. Kev,
too
go
many
ahead.
polls
Musa,
up.
Having
The
these
polls that came
polls.
out today, the President Weah is in the lead. Y'all be forcing why y'all the
Musa,
mechanism get re-elected. Y'all continue. Go ahead, Kev.
Musa, question to you quick is Senator Yombi Kanga and others are impersonating.
100%.
Kev,
Kev, you
you
being
want
asked.
information now?
So they're impersonating as
If I
Liberty,
win my,
as
if I won,
Liberty Party.
it's
But
supporting my
Kev,
route
in the
today.
process,
Mhm.
Kev, what they have shown that it is clear that they are not popular.
That's
That
why.
they cannot do anything without the name Liberty Party. Because if they were sure of their popularity, they were going to prove to me and say, because this man think that he got Liberty Party will prove to him that without Liberty Party, the people will up. Go and stand and call the people in your own name. Then we'll know that you know, nobody knows that more than Unity Party. It is Unity Party that is leading Yombly to continue to call herself the political
But
leader of the
Musa,
country.
Musa, look at that. Look at the program today at the in Buchanan. As people always say, the base of the Liberty Party, right? But look at the turnout. Very poor turnout. There's no fire coming out of it. Nothing kind of coming out of it. The only thing I heard you were saying just attacking Cummings, attacking Cummings, attacking Cummings. Nothing coming out of it.
See, the ceremony that you can hear in house, you can hold in house. Then you know that you're afraid for people not to know that you're not. Look, when we carry Yombly Kanga Lawrence in 2020
True.
to Grand Bassa,
I was about to say
that hall, that
When
hall could
Liberty
not hold
Party have a
us.
rally in Bassa,
You go put
Liberty
people in the
Party,
hall with 500 people,
I
then
beg
you
you,
have
yeah.
a.
When
That hall
Liberty
could
Party
not.
have a rally in
We
Bassa,
had a rally right in front of our hall. Yeah? To go inside there, it makes a statement.
It's,
Let me
it's
tell
a,
you now.
it's a,
That's
That's
why.
all the more reason if y'all feel, according to the law, you guys have everything. That's my question to you. Why don't you
it's
guys
a
just leave her alone?
rejection by the Bassa people
Yeah, that's why I'm going
that
to go.
UP passed over
The
a
Bassa
woman.
Yeah,
people are angry.
absolutely
Ask for
yes.
what? You be
They
what?
Listen to
sound
me.
like
They
What is
passed
rejection
over
of
a
dear?
the
female.
What is dear to the Bassa people is their party, Liberty Party. Yombly dragged Liberty Party beyond what to Unity Party, and people held their breath, thinking that the Unity Party will reward her. They didn't do it. Take it from me. I'm telling you now. Unity Party will be punished in Bassa. Let me tell you something. How do you promote a ticket that does not represent the interest of that region? Today, in Liberia, every region is taken beside the
yep.
Bassa belt. The Pele region is taken by Joel Howard Taylor. Nimba Prince Johnson is in control there. Lofa is Joseph
VP
Boaka.
Burger.
Monserrado, that everybody get part of it. Southeast, that are Cummings and Joy we are. The only free area.
It's the Bassa Bell.
That is Bassa Bell. What are you talking,
And
man?
Mr. Chairman, can I say something? And can I say something? This gave me a good
Politics will
segue.
play in the country. Let
Mr.
me tell
Chairman,
you something.
Mr. Chairman,
You
this
ain't
gave
see
me
nothing here.
Mr. Chairman, this
We
gave me a
will
good
teach you.
segue
There's
into
a reason
making
why we waited last.
this gave me
There's
a
a
good
reason why we
segue,
waited
Yeah,
last.
Mr.
y'all are
Chairman.
waiting for UP. Why y'all putting him
Mr.
first?
Chairman, this gave me a
Yeah,
good
you're older than
segue.
us. You're wiser than us. You're go
They
first.
gave me a good
But
segue. Guys, I wanna say
yes,
something to the chairperson, please. Mr. Chairman, This gave me a good segue into the statement that I want to make. You are the chairperson of the CPP,
Hold on.
and we want to make it extremely clear to the CPP. Even though I'm a member of the CPP, I want to make it extremely clear to the standard bearer of the CPP that we take it very, very seriously. Very seriously. Because the Bassa Belt, where the Liberty Party
Chairman, hold
is.
on, please. I gotta take note because the thing you're saying is very important.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank
I'm
you.
taking my notes
Thank
too.
you. Thank you.
I'm taking my
Thank
notes
you, Mr.
too.
Chairman.
You
Thank
guys
you.
are dramatic.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
You
you.
guys are drama.
Chairman, go ahead.
Please
I will
convey.
send a note to Mr.
Please
Committee.
Mr.
convey.
Bility, I'm taking notes too.
Please convey to the executive committee of the CPP and to the standard bearer of the CPP
Yes, sir.
that we are taking it very seriously. Very, I'm saying very seriously. He
Yes,
is
sir.
about to make a very important decision,
Yes, sir.
and the Bassa Belt must be represented.
Yeah, man. It's too much,
Must be
man.
represented. We are clear. I have said it on the record.
Especially
Support
in the face of the massive letdown.
exactly.
Two times.
No, not 2 times. The
No,
three
three
time,
times.
the 3 time letdown of the Unity Party to the Bassa Belt.
Yeah.
It is absolutely important that Mr. Cummings
I am put this spin.
speak to the Bassa people and tell the Bassa Belt that you too deserve a seat at the national leadership table.
Mr.
And
Chairman, I
I
assure
will
you.
go on the record and say that with the splendid performance yesterday of Charlene M. Bromskin,
Okay.
I mean,
Wait. Let me copy that.
You don't have a recorder, Mr.
Go ahead.
Bility.
Go ahead,
You
Chairman.
don't have
Go
a
ahead.
He's writing
recorder.
down points, Jackie. He's writing down points.
yeah, listen.
The vice chairman and giving the chairman.
There is a win. There is a win that Obama said something. He said it started as a whisper. It started as a whisper. And it is spreading across the length and breadth of the country. What the world saw over the weekend with Charlene is what we have always known, Mr. Chairman. You know that. We convinced Charles Bromskin to put Charlene in the campaign when he did not want to do it. We did. And I want to say,
You are not did that.
of course, I want to say publicly how proud I am and how proud we are of Charlene. And
Thank you, Chairman.
why I end on this note, it is also despicable when I see elements of the Unity Party and supporters of Vice President Joe Buckeye raising this ugly head of tribal politics. That, if Charlene it gets picked, it will be considered a Congo ticket.
And what United Party got to
Let
do
me,
with
let me,
that?
let me, let me end my note. You will come. I said some elements and some supporters of the Unity Party and supporters of Vice President Joe Buckeye. It is public record. This is the same campaign they launched in 2017 against Bromskin that you saw the tape that is all over the country. Bromskin is calling him out publicly about being tribalistic. I am calling on Vice President Joe Buckeye, Rescue 1. I'm calling on Senator Jeremiah Kuhn, Rescue 2. I'm calling on Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, Rescue Mother. I'm calling on all the other rescues from 1 to 12. Come out publicly and make a statement that our politics, there's no place in our politics for tribalism, for Congo country. We have the issues we can talk about, and that Charlene is a shining star. She is what everybody should see their daughter wanting to aspire to. And that we
Especially from
want to be
Bassa.
very clear. And that the people of Bassa, the Bassa Belt needs to be represented. And so that is my message to the standard bearer of the CPP and to the
Thank you, sir.
Can I respond to that?
Thank you,
Oh,
sir.
Jackie,
No,
they
I have to
don't
respond.
respond.
I'm the guest.
Can I
Chairman,
make a comment though?
But
Chairman, I want
when you get your
before
time,
the
Jackie, let chairman
before the
respond.
UP
Your time
comment
coming.
company,
Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah,
chairman.
let the chairman respond.
let me respond, Chairman. I've taken note of this. Chairman, after this, I want you to call the chair lady of the Liberty Party Women Wing.
Who is
She's
she?
currently
Will
granted there.
Yeah.
She went for a workshop there. She will give you some story of what is trending in the southeast right now. I will
Thank
not
you.
say it. I will not say it on this network.
Feel
A
free.
political tsunami is going to explode, and but I will take your note. I will forward it to the standard bearer tonight. I repeat, it is his exclusive decision to decide who's going to be the standard bearer. Your job and my job is to lay out to him a pathway that make it easier for us to get to where we want to get to.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I agree with you that we need to look into the pastor bill because I do not see Basa people supporting another ticket against a ticket with a Basa person on it. I don't see that happening. Liberian politics, Basa deserves a place. I was, we all knew, and then we talk about it many days, that if Nyomdi were to be picked by Joseph Braga,
Yep.
it would have put the Liberty Party in a complete tailwind. You remember?
Yep.
We were aware of that. You and I were together again in 2017 when we were at Representative Cooper farm. We were worried that Waka may choose
But on got Finley.
Wetonga and was going to disturb us.
Yes.
So we know what the history of the UP and the Basa Belt is. And I will convey your message. I will say that I will let for the Kennedy to come from the Basa Belt.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr.
No,
Chairman.
Okay,
no matter who that person is, if I have a preference, I will say that.
Can I make a
But
comment,
it
please?
doesn't take out other areas.
Thank
But
you.
I think that belt is hungry, and it has been deprived for far too long by one party. All the time, the fate of that region had lay on one party, and all the time they have let the people of Baghdad. This time around, I hope and pray that the story will be different. Let's pray. It's 30 more days. One day gone. So we have this week and next week, different things gonna be happening. And hopefully by the weekend, Chairman, I think you should have the privileged information on it.
Of course. Of
As
course.
chairman of the advisory council.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
let's hear
So,
from a member of the
Now the
JMB
UP question
team.
can come.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
so,
Jackie.
you guys said we shouldn't talk about tribalism. JMB is not a tribalist, but you're
Okay.
here talking about Basa. They're not tribalism right there.
no.
Yes, it is.
We are calling the
You guys
region.
talking
We
Because
are
is
it's a
calling the
region,
region.
Basa
tribalism.
Bell. What are you talking?
The
It's
Baza
tribalism.
belt. We said the
But
Baza belt.
here's the thing, though. You guys had an opportunity to be number two, but y'all sabotaged that. And that number
Where?
two was also
Where?
come from
Where?
Basta.
Where?
Senator Lawrence, y'all
Where
sabotaged
who?
her
Where
Where?
who?
I didn't sabotage it.
Where who?
with JMB.
Really? We are
JMB
supposed to
wasn't
make
Hello.
a decision
You
for
think the
JMB?
GMP that our candidate?
Our candidate, we supposed to make a decision?
Really?
even before then. Why did you
No,
guys
Hey,
no.
come on, man,
before
Jackie.
then?
Come on.
Jackie, you know the problem of you the United Party people? You
But
think
y'all
the whole
sabotaged
opposition business
the
is about y'all.
opportunity.
For y'all, the rest of all will just escorting y'all.
Yeah,
That's your
exactly.
problem. Yeah.
Y'all sabotaged her. And
Well,
y'all know that.
let me
Y'all know
progress.
that.
No, wherever the case, right? Back to on a serious business in politics.
And this was
If
my question. I'm sorry, Tomalin.
okay, go ahead.
From what I understand, Senator Lawrence's father, Mr. Kanga, Dr. Kanga,
Reverend Dr. Abaji Kanga.
Abba Kanga, he was like a confidant and advisor, spiritual advisor to the political leader Charles Bromskin. And he is very much a person who tries to hold the Bassa people together even up to today. So where does that? What do you have to say about that, Senator? Chairman Bility?
No way. No
His
way.
role in Bassa right now, his role yesterday, and his role today.
Now, I will not utter one word
He is
Never.
somebody
I
who
mean,
is highly,
he is
highly.
above and beyond my reference. I have the highest degree of respect for him. I will never, ever venture into that territory. I know where you want to carry me, but no way, Jackie. I ain't going there.
I mean, I know
Yeah.
don't mind Jackie. She know what she on. We're not even gonna go there with her, man.
What?
We're not even gonna
That's
go.
a political suicide. I'm not going there. I beg you.
But
Yeah.
but okay, let me progress right now. From all indication, it appears that the CPP Senate Barrow might be looking at Basel for his running mate. But I know they have three persons from Basel that are supporting the CPP. I don't know. You can confirm it, Chairman. I know former Defense Minister Janet Chia. I know former Foreign Minister Basonga Finlay, and also the founding father of the Liberty Party daughter, Councillor Charlene Bromskin. Chairman, first can you confirm whether Daniel Chia and Basonga guys they are part of your camp?
Chief, at this point in time, I will not make any comment that will make life difficult for my standard bearer. The only thing I can say is that knowing the strength of my party in the battle belt and knowing that all of the main candidates have now chosen their running mate and left the battle belt out, my recommendation would be that we look to that belt to get any of the native of that place to become his running mate so that we can work around. Too many. Yesterday, there was CDC, the Unity Party, that were telling us to say, don't go there, Charlie. Don't go there, Charlie. I, because if they say that the bad choice, don't go there. How do you advise your opponent not to make a bad decision that's supposed to, and you supposed to wait for them to make a bad decision so that you can pay.
Yeah,
But
benefit. Yeah.
exactly. But it was interesting. But what I'm saying is that Mr. Coming he's not moved by any of these things. We have more than not just people in the back of that door. We have people in the let me not be specific, but in the Born and Rover region as well. And we have people from the west, someone from the Western cluster. So he's looking around, he's doing one or two things. He has 13 days to make a decision. Like I told you, Chairman, in your capacity as chairman of the advisory council, I believe that by this time this week, minimally, I can be able to give you the last two persons under consideration. But we are where we are, and you will make
So
a good decision.
okay, so I know you guys are in political talks with other parties. Are you guys also in talks with the ALP? Because I know they are part of they also from the announcement of the VP pick of Kuhn. I think they took a step backwards, and we have not heard from the most vocal talk show host, Henry Costa, one of the leading candidates. I think were in the VP pick. Are you guys also in talks with him too? I mean, as you guys pursue your political journey.
One of the mistakes I think that we have made is to make popular who we are in talk with. Maybe the reason why today the party ran and went back to Young and made some deal with her, and then she took it. So this time around, who we're talking to, what we're saying to them, until it's finalized, we're going to keep it to ourselves. But indeed, we are talking to major, major players. And Tomani, I want to
And
borrow
we
this
know
from
those
you.
major players.
I want to, Jackie, you will not stop me from saying what I want to say. I want to borrow from you, Tomani. I remember a year ago, you said a lot is going to happen. My brother, you and I were together 2 weeks ago. You told me when we were sitting down in my mother's town under that bridge. And you
Yes.
said, Chairman, plenty things will happen. My brother, politics is about to get. into the center stage. We are about to center the ball. Come
Wow.
on the night of the 27th, the ball will be sent off.
Wow.
And then we'll separate men from boys. We'll
Wow.
separate fixers from rescuers.
Oh,
We'll separate those who hope and those who dream.
Chairman is making news tonight.
sound like
We'll
the
Chairman is breaking
The
define.
news.
Bility people are writing and saying you still vouching for Mr. Wheel. I don't know how true that is. I know you answered it the last time.
That are business.
Don't mind Jackie,
That
man.
Unity Party people that are
Yeah,
business.
don't
No,
mind
they're not
Jackie.
United Party
You're
people.
sitting
I see
down
these
there.
people
Look,
saying it.
No, but on the
you
record,
know something, Jackie?
I
I
travel with the
promise you
chairman, and I
this.
can tell you,
Let me
he's
I
explain
see
this
these
to you.
people saying it.
the
Not
chairman.
Jackie,
At this
I
point, they
know
can
it.
believe anything they
Let me
want
tell
to
you
believe.
something. Let me tell you something. I know
right
it
there from
as a matter of fact.
the higher
Unity
office.
Party, CDC controls half of your party. Your Unity Party.
wow,
I'm
breaking
telling you
news.
that now.
And they
I
Breaking
know
news.
control
that.
90%
That's breaking news.
of the CPP.
I say, and we are USCA. You can add your forget. You know what happened to A Lofa? You go. Your boys have
We got lofa covered. We
all
got
the
grandmaster
road you're
covered.
trapping on. They're
We
all
got
booby
Nima
traps.
covered. We got Banga covered. We got it.
You
Look
We
out
got
understand?
it
there.
So
covered.
Y'all get
I
what good
say,
call.
We
Goodbye,
I
got we
baby,
say,
got we
Jackie.
got Grant. We got Bump covered. We got Monster Rider
you
covered. We
worry
got
about me.
Blaster
Don't worry
covered.
about me. I'm not in your party. I'm in CPP.
Well,
You
I'm
worry
just
about me.
saying what the
Say
CDC people are saying. They're saying
only
it's not for them.
that is not true. CDC will never say that. Only
Don't
Unity
mind
Party can
Jackie,
say that.
man. Don't mind Jackie.
But
And it's from the
meanwhile,
higher up too.
you want me vet to call me tonight, but I will
No,
not
don't
call.
call him. Tell me they won't going to the phone lines.
Yeah, but yes, six. What a time? 6:45. Go to the phone line, right?
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So, but meanwhile, let me say this though. The elections is the election of 2023 is getting tough, and I will say this for my own understanding, no one would win the election in a blowout to say they win the
No.
first round. Election and what I noticed in Liberia, contrary to what that we see on social media, like I sat somewhere with Chairman Sanvee for 6 hours on the eve of my departure, and I saw ANC, UP, Liberty Party, CDC people. They were all interacting
Yep.
and talking. So what we see on social media, a lot happen behind the scene that we don't see. So sometimes you gotta be very careful what you say because negotiation are taking place. People are talking. Right now, people should be concerned. ALP, you have not spoken, and Costa they have not said a word. They are all in silence. Only Yombly have breaking the silence and finally taking a side. We know where they're gonna go, who talking to Costa, whether the CDC talking to him, whether Liberty Party, ANC, or UP, we don't know.
And I can confirm to you that there are a lot of people that piss with Young right now from that other side. I can tell you that. A
Uh,
lot is going to come.
But in the coming days, we're gonna see a lot of shift in the political landscape. Which a lot of shifting will take place. We're looking forward to see it. But
Even
Peabody,
even Youngly, her
go ahead.
people, her own group, they're not everyone one with her today. Watch Kine, that group. Watch that program. There were some notable absentees. I will not call their name for you.
Oh no, and I noticed it. I did not,
Yeah.
and I spoke with some of them.
but
I spoke with
chairman,
a lot of them.
but chairman, why is she always in the lead to do that? She was just rejected by this the party, or they rejected Bassa. They rejected her. They rejected
Jackie,
women
you
as
mute that. You
well.
mute that. I will help you. You mute that,
Okay.
Jackie. You mute that.
They rejected a woman as well. Rejected the county as well.
Taka
And now,
Peabody,
and
she
now
was
she's in the
rejected
front
by
again.
CPP too. Why don't you talk about
Huh?
that
No,
as
she was not
well?
No,
rejected
no,
by
no.
No,
I'm
she will
CPP.
talking
not.
about
She will
the
not.
whole.
She
Stop
was
it.
rejected by you
Where you
guys
where you were
No.
rejected
for
by
Don't
CPP?
years.
you go there.
Yeah,
She was never
The,
rejected by CPP.
she
the,
was highly
Jackie, Jackie,
rejected.
No.
would y'all listen to the chairman? She was offered, she was,
She told me.
But
she,
she,
She sent people to
she
me to
was
tell me
offered a
that
VP
she was
but
position.
Senator
offered.
Lawrence said it today in her speech.
Mhm.
She said it in her speech today.
Yes.
She
She
said it
didn't
in her
say that
speech
she was
today.
And I
rejected.
tried to bring her back after rejecting her for over a year.
No,
I
she
believe she
was
was given
never
the
rejected.
opportunity, but she was not given the opportunity in your party.
After throwing her under the bus
She was
for
not
one
given the
year.
opportunity in your party, though. They threw her on the bus for
She was giving
something rich for your party, but yet
that
still reject her.
relationship with Senator Lawrence and JMB is as strong as ever. Yes, husband and wife can have differences. Those things happen. But it
You know,
doesn't
this
mean
is
that love was ever diminished. It was never diminished.
yeah, this is what Unity Party does all the time. They
You
play
know
with
what?
people, they use
This
If
is
y'all
the
them.
had
case
real
of
love for your
They
political
listen,
use
leader, y'all
them.
would have kept
That's
Jackie.
her.
what Unity Party
You
does
know,
all the
what
time.
is
They
the
If
use
case
y'all had
of?
people
real
and then
love
they
for
You
give
her,
know
them
what,
y'all
away.
would have
Jackie? You know
kept
what you
her.
telling me now?
What?
You have this man. Y'all been together. Y'all love each other. Y'all been together. Time
Uh-huh.
for him to marry now. You go marry somebody else. Then you want to come out and say you're gonna keep loving. You
That's
will do
not
that?
possible.
Well, y'all were already married with her, and
I think
How?
y'all
No,
wanted to
I'm
divorce
talking
her.
about UP. I'm
No,
talking
no,
about
no, no.
UP.
Let's talk about Liberty Party. She
No,
was
no, no. Let's
married
talk
with
about
y'all.
UP.
She was
Labor Party
married
did
with
not
y'all.
reject
But
Y'all
did we
rejected
reject
her.
her?
Y'all
Nobody
divorced
rejected
her.
her. What are you talking?
Jackie.
Somebody rejected her.
As
She was
early
married,
as
so y'all threw her under the
no, no,
bus.
no. As early as January 2021,
It was
I
United
mean
Party
March
that kept her on
2021,
that
the
pedestal.
Liberty Party
Wow.
decided that it was not seeking a
Always.
candidate.
Wow. And drop her in the end.
No, they never dropped her.
and the people
Okay.
are
That's
Then
what
biased.
they
now
say.
why
The
she
people
not on
are
the
Why
ticket?
she
biased.
didn't go to the program?
Yeah, why
Why
she
she
didn't
didn't
attend
attend
the
the
program?
program? You
Why
can't answer that,
why y'all
Jackie.
rejected her for 1 year
You don't go to the
and
full
threw
line
her
and don't
under the
mind Jackie.
bus?
You don't mind Jackie. You can't defend the
Let's go to the
principle.
full line. Let's go to the
Before
full
you
line.
go to the full now, let me ask Jackie one quick question.
Was she the guest?
Today is
Was she the guest?
today today Mother Day. As a woman and a mother, rejecting a woman to be on the ticket from your party, how you feel about that? Rejecting a woman, because I guess you want to see woman up there. You want to see woman representing. You actually want to see woman doing well in
Jackie, you
politics.
gotta answer that question properly.
Re- Rejecting a woman. What? How you feel that your party that you
Yeah, today
in?
Mother's Day, Jackie. Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all keep using the word rejected. She was never
Okay,
rejected.
okay. How do you
That's
feel
the
that?
thing.
How do you
She was
feel?
never
Let me
rejected.
rephrase the question.
I feel very bad that she was thrown under the bus by the people she was married to for the
Wait, Jackie.
past
So who was
15
supposed to make?
years.
Who was
That-
supposed? You
that-
don't feel bad. You don't feel
That's what we
bad.
should be talking
So
about.
Jackie, you don't feel bad that your standard bearer, who had the authority, the sole authority,
But you guys
to
are the
take
one
a
who
woman.
sabotaged her.
No, no, you see, this is the thing y'all can do all the time. That the problem with United Party, y'all can never take
JMB,
responsibility.
JMB, J,
Y'all can never take responsibility for your actions.
we,
Now you're
they
blaming
don't want
Liberty
to
Party for
admit it.
JMB not picking Yumli? Is that what you're saying here?
For that ban, let
Y'all
it admit that
sabotaged her.
Unity Party is basically saying that Youngly without Liberty Party is not valuable.
No,
yeah.
that
That
was
is
all
what they
Yeah.
say.
Liberty Party with
That's what he's
certain
saying.
instruments.
Why you
That's what
doing
they're
That's what he's
certain
saying.
saying.
instrument? What do you mean?
Look, listen. Let talk. The two
I think
chairmen.
she
Let
made a
talk so
lot of
talk so. Let talk
sacrifices.
Yeah,
so talk so.
but
Jackie, you've
Jackie
been
Jackie,
was
talking
asking
so
you a
talking
Senator
so
question.
ever
Lawrence.
since.
Jackie,
Let talk so
Jackie,
talk so two chairmen.
Kev asked you a
But you've
Senator
been
simple question.
talking
Lawrence.
so ever since we started.
Kev asked you
Senator
a
So
simple
continue to
Lawrence.
talk so
question.
talk so.
How do
Senator
you
Lawrence
feel? How
has
do you
the full
feel?
confidence of most
no, Jackie, answer my
majority,
question. Jackie,
overwhelming confidence
Jackie.
of the
Okay,
people in the
Jackie,
Liberty
fine.
Party, and
Answer my
you know that.
question. Okay, answer my
She
question.
comes with huge
Okay, but
political
Jackie,
answer the question now.
equity.
How
Jackie,
do
you're
you feel
going
that
all around
JMB
the world.
did not pick
You're
a
going all
woman?
around the world. Answer my question.
How do
One
you
of
feel
the
He's
people
very
JMB pick a
smart.
fine.
He did
woman?
Well,
not answer
He
that
did
question.
want her.
Chairman,
He
we got to
wanted
go to
her.
the phone lines. We got
Y'all
to
was
go to the
sending
phone
the
lines
curry.
because
He
we
wanted
have
her.
already started receiving
When
calls.
would
He
JMB
never
ever take
rejected
responsibility?
her.
Chairman,
When would
something.
JMB ever take responsibility
When
for your
y'all
actions?
start to take
Okay, guys, let's
responsibility
go to the phone
first.
lines.
Let's go to the
We
phone.
got to
Lines.
go to the phone line,
The
folks.
call's coming. Okay, Addison, let's go.
Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, is it a closing argument?
Good
Yes,
evening.
it is.
Yeah, good evening. Is it a closing argument?
Good evening,
Hello?
caller.
Go ahead.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, yes, this is closing argument. Go
Hello?
ahead.
Hello?
Can you answer him? Answer
Yeah,
the
I
call.
said answer the man. Ain't you the one that
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. You're live. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. This is Kamarat. I will Kamarat. And I follow the conversation diligently. There is just few questions I want to ask the guest and that of Ben Sanvee. Did they act on the instruction of Councillor Brunskin when they are gone to the CDC headquarters to endorse George we are in a runoff? And then let me make a clarification that Musa, you just sit on a platform and made for nothing, beam off. What did Musa do when the
Hello?
hello?
Yeah, taking out he disrespect people. Taking
I'm
out.
a
Hello?
Christian, man.
Hello?
I said, please get to the next
Hello?
caller. Just tell
That's
him.
also you people calling.
Yeah.
They just cost me. But me, I used to that.
No, when I separate, they insult
Oh,
you with
some of them
Quran.
are Liberty Party people calling too.
No way.
Yeah.
Good evening.
We are
No,
Twitter
we
places,
don't
man.
insult people.
Hello?
The other one thing you're entitled to the
Good
privilege.
evening.
Hello? Good evening. Hello?
Hello?
But I
Hello?
say you can't answer the people.
This is Sam Logan, calling from the capital bypass. I just want to make my comment on the show. If y'all think that Unity Party is the only party in Liberia that is supposed to lead the Liberian people,
Hello?
What is going on with this
Hello?
phone? I thought you said the phone was
Hello?
fixed.
My name is Mark Gompu.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello. This is Emmanuel Regis, and I joined the conversation from.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
One call at a time.
Good evening.
Hello?
Good evening. Are you hearing me?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you.
Hello?
That's on the line. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
hearing you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Abraham calling from Buchanan. You getting me?
Hello?
I said, can you hear the callers? Can he hear us?
Hello?
I don't know what's
I
wrong with the
My
phone.
name is Mike
got a question.
Gompu.
I got a caller. Go
I
ahead.
have
Yeah,
a
that's the caller
question
from other
for
other side.
Yeah, go ahead, caller.
Musa
Go ahead,
No,
caller.
I don't understand.
Bility.
Yeah, I got a
I
caller. Go ahead.
call you from
Somebody on
Saketi.
Tomalin.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, you're live.
Okay, my name is Mike Gompu. I call you from Saketi. I have a question to Chairman Bility.
Okay. Go ahead.
Chairman Bility spoke of supporting the Basel Belt, and we are in Saketi gearing up to vote him. How do he reconcile his son of Nimba that is running with the Unity Party, but he's telling us to support a Basel Belt? How can we vote him in Saketi or Nimba County?
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, you're
Yeah,
live.
hello?
Yeah, you're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Emmanuel Regis, and I joined the conversation from Upper Cowell.
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to say how to Chairman Ben and Chairman and Bility. And you see, the problem that I have with Unity Party, the force for Unity Party, number one, they don't let people to even criticize them or say anything about Joe Honorable Bwaka. They get so angry. I just imagine these people are not even taking over Liberia. They don't want anybody to criticize Unity Party. The moment you try to criticize Honorable Bwaka, trust me, these guys will want, EU raw. I imagine if these people, win an election and Honorable Bwaka become president, nobody will criticize him in Liberia. United Party people feel that only they alone know everything in Liberia. So at the end of the day, they are just causing confusion and forgetting to know that a possible will be a runoff. If one group of people feel that only they alone own Liberia, so everybody should be running behind it. And they try to cause confusion all over. You think if you have to go runoff with President Ware, you think other people will be waiting to support you? Other people will find where they will go and then they will get some level of respect. So it up to you. For me, my mom from Grand Basso, for the fact that Honorable Boyka can, turn the back on Liberia, so every time, almost 3 times, I can assure you, my brother, President Ware will win the election. Thank you.
Thank you. So let's take this caller here on the WhatsApp number. Good evening. Hello? Hello, you're live. Okay. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
Yeah, the political appointment really, I'm not really comfortable with this going on. I'm not part of any party per se, but really, the opposition, they don't have to back move one another. We are leading to a very critical point. Now there's a need for, there should be a talk between them. So that in case when we get to the second round, they will have a smooth togetherness. But the tension really is not too good.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello?
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You made a point. Thank you. So let's take this caller here on the WhatsApp line. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. This Hassan Omar Dugbe, calling from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my contribution have to do with the opposition. And in every competition, there should be a winner. We have to try by all means. We support each other to move each other. Do not work because if we is go second round, we still need each other. So what I will say, opposition unity, you can still buy a separate person. At the end of the day, if anybody be go for the second one, you can still help. To buy more each other is not too good. And I always give praise to the coming. It's not for any competition that you see. If you will pass, you will know. You're not pass, you will know. Mr. Coming already know his point because he looking for vice president everywhere and nobody want him, and other people are chasing others still not there. So he can note to himself that the tempo is not his time.
Thank you. Thank you.
And, uh,
Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, go ahead. Stop listening to your monitor. Go ahead. You're live.
Hello?
You are live. Go ahead. You are live. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, this is Francis Myers. I do call from Grand Bassa County.
Let's hear you from Krembasa.
Yeah, first of all, let me say thank you to the closing argument. I love this name tonight because Senator Lawrence has just made the closing argument for today. And let me say to Chairman Bility, whatever that you are done to Liberty Party, whatever you are cost Liberty Party, you will pay for it politically in due time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good evening.
How you doing? According to the program.
Yes.
US.
Yeah, you are live. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, my question goes to Chairman Bility. Yeah, my question goes to Chairman Bility. I'm David from calling from the US.
Yeah, go ahead.
Chairman Bility, this question goes directly to you. I don't know whether those of you on the panel follow Dick Cheney when you're chairman for the committee to select vice president for George W. Bush. And I think you check most of the boxes. Whether you're willing to put yourself forward as a vice presidential candidate, the Cummings. You're chairman for the CPP, which made up all opposition political parties. You're chairman for the Liberty Party, from the Baza belt, as you're talking about tonight. You're from Nema County, a vote-rich county. And you're also from one of the bigger tribes in Liberia, from the Mandingo tribe. So don't you think if you believe and convince that ANC and Cummings can win election in 2023, don't you think you put yourself forward as a vice presidential candidate?
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening.
You are done to Liberty Party, whatever
Good
you are
evening,
cost
this is
Liberty
Elijah
Party,
Brother
you
from
pay for
Minnesota.
it politically.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks
I
for
have a
having me.
caller.
I listened to Chairman Bility and Chairman Ben Sanvee and the rest of the guys. I think they have a very good point, but I would like to personally ask Chairman Bility and Ben to stop using Mr. Cummings to fight a war. Mr. Cummings is a political leader for the CPP and not for Musa Bility and Ben Sanvee. We got 14 counties in Liberia. You cannot limit the choosing of the president. They asking on the grandpas or the been discussing. What's about Bong? What's about Nima? What's about Lofa? What's about Grand Crew? You can't use Mr. Cummings to fire a war. You want to go after Cummings, go after Nyobi, you go after her. You take Cummings out of A.
Please. Thank you.
Political leader, you're not your political leader. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a caller.
So let's take this person here from the WhatsApp. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Sima Komala. I call from Bristol, PA.
Go ahead.
Good evening, Mr. Bility. I'm really concerned about Mr. Bility's own personal political career in Nimba County because the way he has turned the debate into regional politics. If you think the Basel Belt need to be represented, politically, you don't think this is going to jeopardize your own chances in Nimba County if the people of Nimba should canvass in such a manner. Said they already have Senator Kuhn, who is going as a vice standard bearer to Unity Party, a political leader or Unity Party standard bearer. You also had Tiawan Gongolo, who is a son of Nimba County, who is also contesting. So if you bring this into regional politics for the people of Basso to go for their dollar, because you have made it clear to us tonight that indeed your political leader is going to select somebody from Basso Belt. So if this is a regional polity, the CPP is going to follow. You don't think this is going to jeopardize your own chances in Nimba County?
Thank you. Jeopardize your chances. Good evening. This caller on the WhatsApp line. Good evening.
Okay, good morning. I call from Kenya. I'm Omodupi Mole.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to say thank you to the team. Thank you to everyone. You see, one thing I want to stress tonight is in politics, no matter how we have different sides, we always need to leave room for respect one another. And one thing I've learned about the Unity Party, you consider everyone who support George Weah or you don't support McCay to be stupid, to be foolish. They're not considered to be anything. So the other day I'll tell one of them, I say, if you come in stupid, do you expect a stupid person to vote for you? Because I'm already stupid. So why should I vote for you? So you know the party need to learn. And this is something that affected in 2017. Isn't that people really love George Weah? But the way they treated people, the way they disrespected people. Even though they will have issue with Chairman Bility and Nyombli. Yes.
Thank you. Quickly, we don't have much time. I'll favor and so let's take this caller from overseas and then we'll come to you, Madam McCay. Good evening.
Okay.
Good evening. How you doing? This is Elvis calling from Minnesota, USA.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. Quickly, I want to ask Chairman Bility a question. Chairman Bility, being a businessman as well as Cummings also being a businessman, don't you think your negotiation skills would have played a good part in trying to get, Senator Conger back into the camp of the Liberty Party and the ANC to collaborate? I mean, what if it's her that refused all of your advances in terms of reconciliation? I think you need to make it clear to the Liberian people and state where the holding point was that you guys couldn't come to a deal to reconcile the party and perhaps her being the running mate for Cummings. Thank you. All our own Pins and Nita want to hear what really happened. If you can, be so kind to us to share what really happened and what was the sticking point between you and her during the negotiation. Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you.
Jackie, take your call now.
So we go to the local lines to take
Okay,
call.
hold on. All right, caller, go ahead. I hope he will.
Good evening.
Can you guys hear him?
It's very low.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 minute. Let me.
I call you from Farm City.
Are you hearing me now?
We are listening to
Can you hear him?
Ability. I don't know what he really want all to do now because he want
You said, what are you doing now?
Muslim
I thought she
on
taking her own
the
call.
district, but he want to be campaigning against our son Jeremiah on the Unity Party. He really making it hard for us, and at the end result, he will be the victims in the election.
Are you saying?
Speaking?
Okay, let me take this call
Yes, you're
because he's
live.
been
Go ahead.
on for a
Yeah,
long
you're
time.
live. Go ahead.
Well, let Jackie call go through now.
Exactly. Can you hear us? Are you
Are you
saying?
saying let Jackie?
What's your name?
Good
What's
evening,
your
yes,
name?
studio. My name is Thomas Dakota.
Okay, go ahead.
Morning to Honorable Bility in studio. Thank you for your presence. The reason I'm calling is a question that kind of a little bit pivots from this. But then the people on Lima County, they are saying that you're running, I think, in the executive district. They are saying that oh no, you're being in the district. You are trying to bring some sort of divisiveness. Like telling the people about like the Mandingo and the Geo people land. And that's what I'm hearing, man. I just wanted to clarify something from you. I want to hear from you. And they even, like they're saying the chances of you even winning in that district is very slim. So I don't know. They said the same, problem that came about in the Liberty Party. Is that what you transferred to Lima County? I just want to know because that's what it's saying. So can you give me a little hint on it?
Thank you.
Okay,
Also,
Okay,
no.
can we
Mother
do
Jackie
one
McKay,
call?
do you have a caller
Hey, Mama,
from
let the
your end?
woman make my call now.
I said he can't hear us.
Are you saying let Jackie have
Can
a
you hear
caller?
us?
Yeah, so go ahead. Go ahead.
All right, caller, go ahead. Caller, go ahead.
Hello?
Can you guys hear him?
Yeah, go ahead,
Are you
Jackie.
guys hearing me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, my name is George Tule. I just wanted to make a few quick points. I heard some ability, and what I like the fact that he is chairman of Liberty Party or not, he is chairman of Liberty Party. And I was one of those who voiced my disagreement with him being selected as chairman, but he is chairman. And I respect his role, okay? Disagree with the way he carry on his work, but, well, he's the chairman. I just got a couple of quick points to make. The first thing he said that really irked me was that anyone coming on the show to speak as Liberty partisan would be an imposter. Chairman Bility, you don't know me personally, but Ben Sanvee does. I was there in the room when Liberty Party was established. And I shared blood for Liberty Party, had an accident in 2005. I was working directly for Charles Bromsky from 2005 and 2011. But I wasn't around in 2017. I left the country. So when some of us speak, we are not imposters. It is on our backs that the paper you hold today was established, sir. So I just want to make that very, very clear. Another point I also want to make is this. Forget about the ruling of the court. Liberty Party is more than court papers or legal statutory documentations. Liberty Party is an ideology that transcends statutory requirements. And why am I saying this? The reason we will follow Yombly as opposed to you or going to support ANC is because when Bromsky, I heard all the things that you said that Bromsky was not talking to Yombly. Even there came a time my own bossman stopped talking to me. So that one, not nothing. It was common. We all knew we had to deal with that. So it's not anything strange. The reality here is this. We support her because he raised her hand and left the party in her charge. The issue, you are all talking against her today. I didn't want to use the word that came to my mind. If the question I have here is she has accepted the proposal from ANC, will you be on the show today denigrating her? If she had come to ANC, will you be on the show today saying that she's doing something illegitimately? Why are you blaming Unity Party for the decisions that Yombi makes? The reality here, or Yombly make, the reality here is this. The consultations that Yombly had, that the committee she had, she
Be
reached
calm, be
out to
calm
us.
now.
We all
Yeah,
unilaterally
George.
said
Yeah,
we wanted
this.
her to go in this
Give him one more
particular
minute. Just
direction.
give him one more minute.
So the only thing I want to
So
say to you
quickly,
is
yeah.
this. Liberia is a small place and we all have to operate together like you said. So let's take time how we drag one another in the public space. Thank you.
All right.
And
I have one caller.
invite some of us to come on your show to talk about some of these things.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you so much, George.
I have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, my name is Augustus P. Flomo, and thanks for having me. First of all, the last caller who just left from the Unity Party is telling us that when the Unity Party takes over, which of course is not going to happen, when they take over, Liberia is going to be a lawless country because he said, forget about the law, forget about what the court says, forget about the court ruling. We are going to follow our heart. So if everyone is following their judgment and their heart and their sentiment without following what the court says, he's in effect telling us when Unity Party comes to power, they will disregard the court and everybody will follow their feelings. That's number one. But my question goes to my sister Jackie. Under Benedict Ure, under Mr. Cummings, the CPP was vibrant, very vibrant. They won seats upon seats upon seats under Benedict Ure and Mr. Cummings. That's really under Mr. Cummings. Now, my question to my sister Jackie is this. The question to my sister Jackie is this. Under Newbly, the CPP was on one leg. When Mr. Wada came to America, they said, oh, when the Papa returned to Liberia, even Ben Sanvee was pressing Joe Wada. I mean, the Papa is wise. When he returns, everything in the city will be settled. That Papa is a wise man. He is a man of wisdom. Guess what? After the CPP was standing on one leg on a Nyobli, the CPP was disintegrated on the Joe Waka. So my question to you is, now you have Nyobli and you have Joe Waka, under whose rule the CPP disintegrated. Don't you think the Unity Party, when they take over, they are doomed for failure? Thanks for having me and God
Thank you.
bless you.
I have a caller then we can to do. Go ahead, caller, and speak loud, please.
Hey, thank you, Ben, and thanks to the chairman.
Y'all can hear him?
I must admit that the chairman has done a brilliant job in studio today.
What's your
He
name?
understands. This is Duke, Ben. He's done a brilliant job, and it doesn't take much to see that he understands the issues. Chairman Bility, just one thing that I quickly want to recommend because we can go into the extra conversations which I think are unimportant for now. I want you to please tell the Liberian people what you did in terms of helping the Liberty Party to get where it is, especially the Daros Delon and the Yombi Kanga, because I recall at a point in time when the party was looking for direction after the demise of the stand-up era, it took your generosity, the capital you spent to be able to resuscitate the likes of Daros Delon and Yombi Kanga. I think it's a unique story that you need to tell a little more so people can have an understanding that, outside of just calling yourself a Liberty Party member, it took a lot of work, sacrifices, and finances to get the party to where it is today. That's all I want to see. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, guys. I think that's it, right? Anybody else got a call?
Yeah, I got one caller.
So many, yeah, then we'll wrap it.
Yeah. Okay. Caller, go ahead. I'll come in.
All right.
Good.
All right, so
Okay.
back to the chairperson, right?
Yeah, a lot of questions, but I took down some notes, so let me take my time. The first one is the Nimba effect. I want to tell everybody that I'm not one of those people who running to be representative so that I can survive. I believe in my idea and my vision for this country more than a representative seat. That's number one. Number two, I have earned my stripes as a Nimbayan, and the people of District 7 will vote for me based on that. Number three, I will not, and I will try my best not to have any direct confrontation with my Nimba brother who has been chosen as vice presidential candidate of the Unity Party. But there's no man or woman in this country that I am afraid of. I'm not scared of nobody. Anybody want to fight to me, then bring it on. I will fight you, and you will not even know. At the end of the day, when I not get a job, I'll go home. I have something to depend on. I have a life. I have a business. I'll be fine. I got nothing to be afraid of. Senator Kuhn is the vice presidential candidate for Unity Party. I am the chairman of the CPP. We're both in the opposition. I think our best bet would be, and I think that's what he's doing, is to make sure that we maintain a degree of unity in the opposition so that we can work together in the future. But I, Musa Hassan Bility, there is no man in the country that's scared of. Nobody. And nobody can scare me. The second thing is the dictionary issue. Uh-uh. I've taken myself out. You may say whatever you want to say about me, but I respect my words. I made a public pronouncement in the heat of the Liberty Party crisis that I'm taking myself out as a president, a vice presidential aspirant. That decision is firm. It will not change. The people of the State have invested a lot. We bonded together, and the people have their belief, their dreams and aspirations in how they expect a new NIMBA, and I will not change that, and I will not change that position. On the issue of whether we could have, Mr. Comey and I, we could have used our negotiation skill to help. Hey, at the end of the day, where we are, as a matter of fact, Mr. Comey tried to do that on several occasions. It just never worked. It has always been Yombly and Dillon's position to support the United Party. To the detriment of the Liberty Party, to break down all the rules that we would have just followed, to say, let's go to convention and go make a decision, and that decision will all follow. Knowing fully well that they did not have the vote at the convention, they felt that all they could have done was to ravage the party just to prove loyalty to them. Only other thing, the guys who talk about the Liberty Party saying, and I say, my man, I know you are a Barker supporter. I know you are a United Party man. Today, you guys made a decision to go to. I've never said on this network that nobody should come here as the Liberty Party and to speak. I said anybody who impersonate in a position, I said the network should not allow that because that would be wrong. If somebody come here and say they are this person, and Liberty Party knows that that person is not that position, you shouldn't accept it and I stand by that position. But Liberty Party saying, like you said, you are founder, I respect you. As much as we don't agree today, I don't disagree about the fact that you being who you are, even though we don't know each other directly, but being a founder of this party, your space is there, your place is there, and I don't have any power to change that. Uh, the issue of what I did after Charles Johnson left, history will recall me because it was Yombly and the entire executive committee of the party were fighting, and she called me in. She told me to come and help her. And when I met the executive committee, they said, we want to change the constitution. If she didn't agree, we'll not work with her. And I organized it, I financed it, I had retreat, I had consultation across the country. We all agreed to change the constitution to make it liberal, to reduce the authority, the immense power of the political leader, so that the party can be more democratic. We went to convention, we passed on it. That's what I did in summary. And everything that we're talking about through that, Dillon's normally particularly for running as senator, history will judge us what I did. I'm not going to repeat that anymore. But history will judge my effort, and that normally where she's sitting now here, she knows the months, the days and weeks that I spent in Grand Bassa County, up and down, the sleepless night, everything, the resources, everything that I did there, she knows. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. And for me, history will judge us. If I have ever done anything against her, history will. The only problem which she has proven, even now, is that she was prepared to drag the party to the unity party, even without an agreement. Up to that time, even today, the reason why Baka did not choose her is because she never sought an agreement with Baka. One thing I know Joseph Baka for, when you make agreement with you, you go by it. If Baka had agreed with Youngblade to say, I'm going to do this, he was not going to reverse it. There was no agreement. And that was my biggest point. You can't just take the party and dump it to somebody unless there is a written agreement. You have got to agree that I will take you. But at that time, it was very convenient for the United Party to play between Youngblade and the ALP, promising both of them the same thing so that they can keep supporting them. And that's why we got where we are. So, hey, I hope I've answered, I think I answered all. That, yes, those are,
Yeah.
I might have forgotten somebody.
No, I think you answered
Yeah,
everything.
just your close,
Just
your
give your
closing,
closing and then we try to
closing.
wrap it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, it was a good weekend for us. We anticipated this decision. Uh, we in 14 days we name our running mate. I promise you, like Tomalin always say, the unknowns are too many in our politics. I promise you, the energy that we need, the new momentum that we need, our vice presidential will give it to us. We're ready to go. I asked the Unity Party finally, it does not serve you and me for us to be in court. I know your conclusion is that it is not normally you are after. It is the brand Liberty Party that means a lot to you. That's why you're coming. If it was normally, you would have picked up. It is that brand that you want. That brand, you have lost it. Normally does not control that brand. Please do not allow her to use it again. Otherwise, we will be up and down in court. And you know I'm not afraid of court business. And the next time you get involved in this project, you will hear from a lawyer. Thank you.
Thank you,
That's
Mr.
the
Chairman.
voice
Go
of
ahead. Sorry, Tomini.
the chairman of the CPP. They call him the most powerful national political party chairman in the country right now. Just coming from off a first convention with the CPP, and in the next 14 days, they will be making history. Let's see whether they will have a bounce from the running mate pick. As we see the JMB tickets, they are all gone on to on the trail. But gentlemen, lady and gentlemen, I want to say thanks again, and want to ask you guys to give your parting comments so we can make progress and enjoy Mother's Day.
Can I go first? Because I gotta go. I gotta go to
Go
my
ahead, Jackie.
Mother's Day stuff. Um, it was a wonderful show today. Lot of comments, lot of response. I see over 2,000+ comments. So definitely the viewers were engaged and were very interested in the Sunday edition, special edition today. But what I want to say, over the past several months, the public has been talking about opposition unity. So I hope that there will be, and it will continue to take place, that no matter what, Liberty Party will find a way to make peace, because everybody constitutionally, even if you belong to a party, has a right to say, okay, I'm going to go this way, and the other person decides to go the other way. So I heard you guys today, I heard the chairman today, what he said. But hey, if you feel that the dog doesn't have teeth, just leave them alone. Because you already went to court and you took care of your legal proceedings as you wanted to. So and that's what I want to say, because we need peace. And Senator Lawrence, the program today, I was well attended. It was very, very good, and we look forward to a very exciting political campaign. And to thank all the viewers who are watching today and who watch the show today. We will see everybody tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. New York time and 8:30 p.m. Liberian time. Thank you so much.
Happy Mother's Day, Jackie.
Happy Mother's
Thank
Day,
you.
Jackie.
Thank
And
you, and I'm signing off right now.
Happy
Keff, you
Mother's Day.
go, then the chairman will take us home.
What is Kev doing? Anyway, let's go ahead and
Uncle Chairman.
this thing. I think it was a great conversation that we had. Unless we look at the political season, we have our strong opinions. I do want to single out. I do want to single out George Tule, who is a strong partisan of the Liberty Party, and I'm glad that the chairman made the clarification that he did not say that any Liberty partisan coming on this show should be censored if they're not. I think he made his clarity. And George, you are welcome on the closing argument. He's right. He is a strong member of the Liberty Party. We do know him. I am a witness to that. And look, it's been a tough time. It's been a tough couple of months, maybe 2 or 3 years for the Liberty Party. But again, like I've always said, I maintained my posture from the beginning of this process, that this thing probably was not going to fizzle out until we had some kind of conclusion with either who became who became standard bearer of the CPP, or if the CPP broke apart, how we will go and it will make a determination on where we go ahead and pledge our support. I'm hoping that at the end of the day, once this election is over, we have less than 5 months. Everybody will come back to normalcy. Like George said, I'm singling him out again. Liberia is a small country. We're a small family. We're all one. But there's a tendency sometimes, for people to think that, there is a sense of entitlement of, if you're not doing this or if you're not this way, then it means you're not patriotic or you don't love Liberia. Even people who support George Weah love Liberia. I mean, who are you to tell somebody who to support or who not to support? People who support Cummings love Liberia. People who support Joseph Boyka love Liberia. They just have different sides. They have different thought process and different ways they want to go about seeing the way the country is. And so that's why I have consistently said, I'm not going to be bullied for my opinions. I'm not going to be bullied because of what I believe in or what I see. I'm on the record. I do not believe the Unity Party presents the best opportunity for us to change our country. I think the Unity Party have had their time. Taking into consideration the fact that they have the same standard bearer from the last election. That is my opinion. It doesn't mean that is the opinion of the majority of Liberians. If the majority of Liberians believe that Unity Party should get elected, they will get elected. And guess what? If Unity Party get elected, Joseph Yuma Boyka will be my president. But but we all just have to have respect for one another. And this notion that, that if I don't support your side, then it means you're unpatriotic or you are less Liberian or you don't mean well for the country. It is sickening. And I want to reiterate what I said about the issue of the country Congo divide. It is rearing its ugly head, and I'm calling on political leaders, especially Vice President Joe Biden, because this is coming directly from his camp. He needs to step up, do like what John McCain did when John McCain grabbed that microphone from that lady. And when she tried to call Barack Obama a Kenyan or whatever she was calling him, when he said he's not that. He's a decent family man. He's a decent American. We just have political differences. I'm calling on leaders to step up and lead, because these are the things that lead to the greater problems in our country. But I thought it was a fascinating conversation. We thank the chairman for his participation, and we look forward to tomorrow's edition. Thank you again, Tomalin, for hosting.
That's the voice of the first national youth advisor to a president in our country.
He
The
read it
first
down.
youngest member of the president's cabinet in the history of Liberia.
You just want to put a start cussing me again. It's like you
National
want to put
chairman
cussing
of
me.
the political party. And he's the chairman of the advisory committee of the Liberty Party. The Honorable Benjamin Big Boss Sanvee. We call him Bebe, but he's a very smart guy. Thank you, Chairman. Let's hear from Kefiko.
Yeah, it was a good show. Listening to the back and forth from the Liberty Party and the Unity Party. But I think the caller that came through my phone said it all. Uh, they always talk about the law, to respect the law. But what the Unity Party doing? They not actually want to respect the law. Even though the Supreme Court decide, even though they know that Musa Bility do has the right, they're still ignoring the law. I don't know if um, the law, the Unity Party, they're above the law. But again, let me just cut it short. Musa said it to the last day they're using that name, and let's see tomorrow holiday. Let's see Tuesday what coming out and out of court or somewhere. But I just feel that they, they actually not respecting the law. But again, to all women out there, every day people talk about women should be in high places. You're telling me what JMB is saying that Jeremiah Kuhn is more qualified than Yombly Kanga Lauren. That's what they're saying to us. That a man is more qualified than a woman. We'll have to talk about it in the coming days. But again, by Wednesday we might be bringing a Karas Gray um, by Wednesday. So um, to come, and discuss the issue, So by Wednesday, Akara's great. So let's look out for that.
Thank you.
Thank you. And again, on a programming note, our platform is open to all sides of the political divide. You from CDC, from ANC, Liberty Party, CPP, Unity Party. You are welcome to come and close the argument. We got 148 more days to go for the argument to be closed on October 10th.
So
You
many
are
you don't want
welcome.
to put a clock on it then.
Oh, really? Oh, I think so. Yeah, so you guys are welcome. Open up, and this week will be interesting. We'll try to get some guests on the show that will come and make the case. We're just waiting on the CPP to give their VP pick, and again we have started, and we're gonna see the politics of the day. I know you will see the chairman Sanvee in action. He's still active. He hasn't retired. He's involved in the election. We'll see Kefiko making the case. So let's wait and see what happens in the next few days. But again, I want to say thanks. Happy Mother's Day to all our mothers throughout the country and wherever you are. Happy Mother's Day. Want to say you guys are the best. You guys brought us in this world, and want to say we honor you, we appreciate you, we love you, we adore you, and we just want to say Happy Mother's Day. I see my big sister Adi Captain watching. Happy Mother's Day. Beatrice Kanga Gray and Love Flowers. All these people. Happy Mother's Day to you guys who are watching.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
Everybody, okay, guys. And are you saying thanks a lot and look forward to having a nice show tomorrow.
Thank you guys.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
Good night.
Well, folks, what a very fascinating show it has been. And so we want to acknowledge our viewers on YouTube, Cephas Bolo, who has been following the show, Emmanuel Bro, also been following the show, Samuel M. Dixon has been following the show, Sagashos Bility has also been following the show on YouTube. And so James and Benasfan also been following. Beatrice Kanga Gray is following via Facebook. Jesse Kwapoli Jr. is also following. Stephen Yan Gono is following. And one of our regular follower, Mopongwon Tabo, who always follow KMTV and other programs, is also following. Political Kupo Passaway is following. Zizi Ivan Bala of Odefen is following. And Philip Kaswa is also following. Well, thanks for watching the closing argument. You can also make use of our app that's in the Apple App Store and the Apple App Store, that is, and you can make use of our app. Is there, download it, and then you can watch our programs on KMTV. Well, thanks for watching, and we say thanks to Puma FN in Bomi County for relaying this program. Thanks also to Hot FN for relaying the closing argument. On Monday, we come to you fresh with another edition of the program. Thanks for watching. For and on behalf of the entire crew here at KMTV, my name is Aisin Diba. Good night.